Hey, what's going on? Jedi's out. He's on vacation. It's somebody's birthday, and we'll have two more people seeping in here. We'll see you after the commercial. All right, so the show was going to start late because Pete was here, but then he had to leave because he was so bad. But today we got a couple stuff we're going to talk about. Obviously, we got a couple comic books that we're going to review as usual. Some great news. I hear it's short. It's never short. Then we're going to do a full Mando breakdown and a couple more toys to add into it. We've also got Ruben here from here. I don't know where else you're from besides here. We got him for his insight in that. Plus, it's his birthday, so let's wish him a happy birthday. Happy birthday!
Plus, he has a unboxing.
Yeah, he had a card box.
He's got a ton of stuff. He just comes prepared. When he comes on the show, he's got all types of stuff.
If we get a chance,
we can do it.
It's one card. I think we can find a chance for one card.
Well, we'll see how long this takes.
So wait, so you saw that card that Ruben sent you, right? The one that I was talking about?
Yes. Yeah.
The card is ridiculous.
Yeah. It was awesome.
Thanks for filling everybody in on that one, Dom. Way to cross-talk behind the scenes in front of everybody so we don't know what you're talking about. That's great. Great job there. Which card did you send them?
No, you didn't send him a card. You
sent a picture.
Yeah, send a picture of a card that we've seen on Instagram.
Okay. What's up, GTK Comics? Good to see you. Hi, thumbs up. Please explain to the Star Wars rookie how the Darksaber, we're going to get into that. What does this mean? Is there a crystal or something that magically repairs it? Thanks. Be nice. No, Marco. It's okay. Yeah, we're gonna get into that. Have a great show tonight. Thank you, Martin. Catch you on the rewind. Peace and cheers. Thank you very much, Martin. You're still giving thumbs up. Dave, don't share. Chad, you're 100% right. That's why the Darksaber broke. Joe,
I don't believe you.
Is that Sparks Plug? Or is that a cigarette lighter? What the hell is it? Hold on.
It's a cigarette. It looks like the.
That's.
Oh, no. That's a lightsaber. That's the bottom
part. Lightsaber. It's Arabesh on the side.
Yeah. That's a lightsaber. Happy Sunday, all. I use my droid restraining. Oh, or is it a droid restraining bolt? Avatar tonight to keep Marco in line. That's what it is. All right. We got it all wrong. Thank you, Joe.
Yes.
Ed saying hi for the algorithm. Thank you, Ed. What's up, everyone? What's up, Astro? Jeffrey Drake. Good evening, all. Good. Nation Astro. What did Astro say? I don't know if that's true. All right. Eric, peace. Marv, good evening, all. Astro changed. Oh, hello, Marv.
Astro said the Darksaber is screwed.
Well, if you're not named Dave, it is. I don't see this review is the worst spot 3 Star Wars TV show. What the? Okay. All right. Whatever, I guess. I don't know if that guy really likes can we vote? We can have official vote, right? If you don't like any Star Wars ever, you got to change your name from Darth, correct? Official vote. He has to change his name. He can't put Darth out there anymore.
He likes Plagueis. He likes Plagueis. That's it.
He doesn't know anything about Plagueis.
He doesn't know about it, but he likes the name.
He likes the name. Well, that doesn't mean you got to get rid of the Darth at this point. You're exposed. Give up. All right. Dwayne Scott. Riley too. Okay. Dwayne. Oh, good stuff. We didn't catch up. Oh, happy birthday. There we go. Champagnes and presents. He'll be on later. We got a lot. 126. He's not 126.
Damn.
125.
Chad. Do. I think we got everybody else. Oh, Sticks. Okay. Hey, what's up, Sticks? There you go. Sticks. I heard Sticks played a game last night. Make sure you check it out. I hear there's a rework I heard it was a good game, just didn't function that well. So there's a rework in there, but appreciate the effort there, Sticks. So
I think he was Wookiee Fanatic. I think you skipped him.
Did I? Oh, yeah, I did. Hey, Wookiee Fanatic. Sorry about that. Happy birthday.
You,
okay. Yeah. All right, good one, Chad. Good. Yeah, right. I like it. Oh, hey, Sarth. Happy hey, what's going on? All right, okay, so let's get into news. Pete's computer broke, apparently, so there might not be any more Renovision after today. This might be our last show. Cheers.
Cheers. It's gonna be a great one.
Start taking collections, right?
We're gonna go out just like Mando goes out. right?
You have to take a GoFundMe.
There it goes. All right.
Like I said, it's short week. Always the weeks after Celebration are pretty short. But we did get some news that now that Carl Weathers wants to direct a Grief Karga movie. Who's in for this?
Dom?
What are you looking at me for?
Dom?
I'll watch it.
I'll watch it if they do a Disney Plus special with his bounty.
This is taking resources away from something else. Nobody wants this.
Oh no!
In a world of finite resources, nobody wants this.
Hold on, though. This is the Dave broke. Yeah, Dave probably
give him the bell. Give him the bell.
Yeah, Dave breaking the computer. All right, I'll give him the bell. All right, this is what I want to say about this though. We've got to be very careful with what we're.
Ring the bell.
Because I think we're gonna. We've been very critical of, and we'll talk about more Mando of the content that's been coming out, but know that's going to start slowing down again. And for some of us who've been around for a long time, we remember the droughts.
Yep.
So sometimes it's like, are we going to get bad content or no content at all? But this bullshit, I don't want to see this. I rather have no content than this bullshit.
No content. You want no content.
Want to make a 1 hour special, of him like a bounty hunter creed, like the bounty hunters.
Nobody wants it. Nobody. He just wants money. And it's not. I like Grief Karga. Don't get me wrong. Grief Karga is a good character.
No, here's the thing.
We just here's a movie about Grief Karga.
Yeah. It wouldn't be bad if they give him a side story. I was thinking about this while I was thinking about how bad that Santa Staros shit ass comic book was this week, and her taking golden showers left and right. And I was thinking, like, man, remember what was kind of part of the stuff that I really liked that they were doing, and I was hoping, and we were kind of like bamboozled about what they were going to do, was bring in these little characters that we didn't really know about, and just kind of like make their backstory, such people as Sifo Dyas and that type of stuff. You know what I mean? And they really haven't done that. But I don't know if Carl Weathers is the dude that I want directing, or hey, what's up, Pete? Directing or coming up with Grief Karga. I mean, I think we could get enough Grief Karga in Mando season 4 to keep us till the next time.
Actually, I like the little scenes that he has.
Right.
That's it. You're right.
Dom wants more chubs.
No, he doesn't actually. I was surprised.
Right.
Ruben, do you have a great take on why we need more of this?
If they don't do a scene where he walks up to man and goes, "You son of a bitch," then I don't want to see it.
Okay. So no.
Come on.
The Empire's got you pushing too many pencils.
There you go.
Darth
All right,
Apollo Creed.
We got somebody.
That's pretty good.
All right, we got some more news this week. Damon Lindelof finally spoke out about his act script. He said it's a labor of love. He said he had no hard feelings. He wishes them the best.
Joe,
I think he basically said he realized that it wasn't very good. Like, he gave it his best shot, and it wasn't up to what they needed to do. So I think he's hinted that a couple of times where he said if it's not what needs to be done, they shouldn't do it. So I think
what's funny?
He has no hard feelings.
All these directors, right, that are doing Star Wars movies and writing Star Wars movies, what the hell are they putting in their movies that make it not so damn good? You know what I'm saying? Like, you sit there. If us as regular guys on this cast talk about things, have better ideas.
Hold on.
Well, I'm just saying that
I get it, but I don't think and I think this is. I'll answer. Go ahead. Finish up. And then I'll answer the question.
We can have a story we can come out with that's 100 times better than half the crap that these guys put out.
Can we?
I don't think we can, Dom.
I don't think we can.
I think it's much harder than you think.
I don't think you know how integral it is to
I know.
even on top of like if you've ever, like, I don't know, Pete went to writing class or whatever the hell it is, but like there's certain ways everything has to be done. You have to get the certain, but like to go through all that, make it the whole background, the whole world build for your scene and everything else, and make it all make sense, and not to do a lot of other things. And they're not going to give
everyone, not just whoever's writing it.
Yeah, and they're not going to give it to. And you got to then pitch it. You got to pitch your idea without saying, like, we pitch ideas. Yeah. We sure as shit don't pitch scripts or books. We don't pitch any of that shit. Our biggest pitch is like, yeah, I hope Dave will do this in this season, and he does none of it. Like, he does maybe one part of it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's not. And then, like, even when you, like, Dom, think about this. When you bring up the rumor stuff that you hear and stuff like that, like, how many of us are like, please don't fucking do that. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, right. I mean, like, every time I hear of Duels of Fate, and if you remember, I was one of the first people to say, holy shit, I want Duels of Fate instead of this. Yeah, that's true. But do remember, Duels of Fate, and I read it, fucking my brain was kind of numb by reading it because there was some it was like from a perspective of, oh, wait, what the fuck? You can't do that transition there. This world here doesn't fit up here.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you talking about? This isn't a fucking thing. Like, what are we doing here? Like, there was some good stuff there, but the summary was the good stuff, which is why he probably was able to sell it. The actual pieces all together, he couldn't fit the pieces together, and he definitely couldn't land that motherfucker.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's harder. I think it's harder than you think. I think it's like one of those things where you see
I'm
somebody.
not saying it's not hard. I know it's a hard thing to write. My brother, Geek Astronomy, he's a writer, and it is hard. And I know writers. You know, I've known a lot of people. It's not an easy thing, but I'm just saying that to do a Star Wars movie, and I know that the movie, the criticism and what people want, and it's hard to get that out there. But you could have guys that.
But how much of this is real too? Like, is he just doing this to save face? Because
it sounds
you know
like
what, we don't want this. He'll go, you know what? I'll just say it's not good enough for me.
Yeah,
before they get to tell me it's not good enough for them, I'll step away before I get turned down.
I honestly think it would be really good if a great writer had a person that he went to, not Dave Filoni, not those guys, just somebody that they could reference off of and be like, hey man, you have been to Star Wars your entire life. You understand the
That's
lore.
what the story group was supposed to fucking be.
That's what they were
lied to us.
supposed to do.
That's what they lied. Dave, they did till Dave. Dave is the biggest
talk
liar.
about it. I have an article coming up, so let's hold on.
Okay, but here, I think Pete's right on this one too. I think this guy walked in there and he pitched it, right? Because he pitched some of it, and somebody responded back who's a friend of his in the room and is like, dude, listen, I love you. Because if you know, like how these, I mean, I've done it before too, where somebody comes in front of the board, they pitched us something, and I walk them outside, and they're like, oh, dude, I think I nailed it. I'm like, bro, that ain't it. Like,
they're not gonna want this.
They're not gonna want this, dude. I like it, but I'm telling you, they're not gonna want this. And you see somebody going out there, and then what do? How do you not look bad? Get out in front of it before it gets out that they don't want it. So he's like, hey, man, it wasn't up to my standard. I don't think I'm going to do this anymore. When really probably one of his friends just told him.
So nobody's the bad guy.
Yeah, bro. And nobody wants to be the bad. There's no like, hey, we want to ruin this guy's career and tell him his stuff shit. They don't want to look like assholes. They want to stay on the news too. So there you go.
All right.
Glow? Was Glow
this week? We got confirmation, which is by nobody. Forrest Whitaker came out and said he is returning in Andor season 2. That's all.
It makes sense.
What?
Why did Betty Gilpin show up in the conversation?
I don't know.
What the hell's going on in the chat? You guys are talking about Glow.
It was a light news week, so we pull what we can, and Saw is coming back to Andor season 2. No surprise there.
Wasn't this? I thought this is okay. So this, I mean, like that's like the most commonly make sense fucking thing I've ever heard.
Yeah,
because I figured they pretty much alluded to that. So
they did, but it's confirmed now.
And aren't they shooting Andor season, or didn't they shoot Andor season 2 or some of it in the place that Solid Career is?
They did.
So,
but he came out this week and confirmed it.
Yeah,
so
he did.
Like I said, it was a light week. We got news this week that Lucasfilm, they hand selected the studios. They called them up. They didn't want for season 1. They kind of just said, pitch us an idea and we'll see if we want it. Season 2, they said we were going to actually go and hand pick most of the studios for season 2.
See, this is where I think this is where I think, and I'm willing to bet it will come out one time that Dave helped with some of this stuff because he knows those, and that's where I think they're trying to get him the live action credit so that he can then. You know what I mean? Especially if you look at what they're doing with the streamlining of stuff over at Disney Entertainment, right? Mm-hmm. Like they're not far off. They just got rid of the Toy Biz guy. They're not far off from streamlining from the co-chairs down to each branch, right? There's too many people in between, so they're going to start getting rid of some more people here sooner than later. For some of you in the chat, yes, that means that somebody will be retiring who you all hate, and some of you don't hate, but she will be retiring soon. So.
Yep.
Well, isn't she like in her mid-70s now?
Yeah, she's old as shit. Yeah, she's old as shit.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, a lot of people want her out, but she
do they though?
Retire. I mean,
I don't know how many people really want her out.
I'm on way too many Facebook pages where people just constantly just argue about her. I don't
Yeah.
want her out, but
No,
I mean,
well-
at some point, this woman just needs to be like, okay, let me go live the rest of my life.
Yeah, let me go enjoy life.
People have to have a
Yeah.
scapegoat. She's
Yeah.
the
No,
scapegoat.
well, I would. The question I always ask is, do you know what she does? And usually, what they say is not what she fucking does.
Yeah.
So
She makes.
you
she
don't
makes
know
all
what
the
she
movies.
does.
She
Yeah.
makes all the movies.
she was there. She's the one that said, "Break the dark saber, damn it." No, that's not what she does, you
No,
idiots. That's
She
not
I don't
even
have time for
close.
that.
The
No.
force is in
So
menopause.
I think this is good, though. I think it's good that they're hand selecting studios.
I do too.
I think this is good direction. So I think I'm excited.
You know, seeing the coming attractions of this, it gives you that feeling. It's like it makes Star Wars good again in a way where it's different perspectives and it makes it feel exciting. I like the
Well,
excitement.
convince Jedi of that.
What's
I
AOA up to today?
I
I
don't know.
About
can't
what?
make sense of
Look,
Jedi.
we all know this is not canon, so they can
But-
anything goes.
But that's the thing about Jedi. Jedi's like, it's not canon, so I don't care about it. And then the kids show is canon. He's like, I can't stand it. It's a kids show. I'm like, it's canon. That's your whole argument.
I watched some of that kid show. Your guys' favorite character doesn't even fucking speak.
Nubs.
Nubs.
Grogu doesn't speak.
Yeah,
Yeah,
some
most
guys
char-
on the
most of the
internet
people's
that can't
favorite
speak.
characters don't
He
talk.
says no,
Fucking
no,
blue
no.
Care Bear.
Yes.
Listen, you have some guys on the internet that can't speak. So what do you?
Yeah, I got.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean it's
Yeah.
not bad. I get it. And that is, by the way, the person that does look like Freddie Funko is 100% a girl. That's 100%.
Yeah, it's Nash. It's her name.
Saying Nash like that means it's a fucking female. Are you kidding me?
Come on.
Because Kevin Nash is from the great state of Michigan, and they usually refer to him as Nash too, motherfucker. Something Nash
I
is
know what
something.
you're
There's a
talking
country
about,
guy
Michigan.
named Nash too, isn't
Come
there? Crosby's still a Nash. That's some dude. Isn't
What
that a
Nash
dude?
Bridges?
Isn't Crosby
Nash
still a
Bridges,
Nash a
yeah.
dude? Crosby's the old dude that smokes weed, is bald, and he's got the Wayseeker haircut, right?
Hey, Nash
Is
has a
that
stash.
Crosby? That's Crosby, right?
That's right.
And he's with Stills and Nash, so Nash is a dude's name. So don't come at me. Don't
That's a
come at
last
me with
name.
that stuff. Get out of here, Pete. Nobody asked you. Isn't your computer broken?
You missed the whole Nash Bridges. You could have went the Don
Nash
Johnson
Bridges
route.
too. I know. I didn't even get there. I haven't had time to get there. I'm still arguing the other thing.
So this is what I'm really excited about. Dave Filoni this week justifies contradicting Star Wars canon. As he says here,
You took the best picture of him looking like cracked out. Yeah.
It's like he spoke the blood.
Oh, yeah. See, somebody got so mad at that shit. They're like,
Yeah, no,
first the
it's-
Razor Crest, now the Darksaber. Pa-pow!
No, it's like
Right
somebody
off him.
You smoked the blunt. Come on.
I don't. He's got chest hair popping out. His hair's all. What the hell is this?
You have his hat on?
What
I don't
the
think I've
fuck?
ever seen him without his hat on.
No, me either. His eyes are all bloodshot and shit. He's like, "Oh, I fucked up this one bad. I fucked this up bad."
this was something from Celebration. He had a discussion on this at Celebration, and it came out his comment. So he's talked about it before, but this picture it also was from Celebration. And as he said at Celebration, he says
canon here.
sometimes people forget that Star Wars is about telling good stories with great characters. It's not about
Okay,
all the
no
debates.
bullshit. Now, see,
It's
I'd
not
let you
about all
slide
the
us to
debates
something.
about what is canon and what's not. We
No,
just
no,
gotta
no, no,
create
no,
good
no,
stories
no.
with great characters.
Okay, this is the thing. I'd let you slide if you were telling, but this is where I defend Pete and JJ. I just accepted that you can't tell a good ass story, so I let that shit slide. So you can't tell me you're telling good story. If you stuck to canon, you probably would have some good stories. That's not, and that's also bullshit. That's not what he's doing. We know what we know exactly what he's doing. He's taking every character that he had a hand in or that he likes, and he's trying to take them off the board so that nobody else can fucking use them. He got pissed. He got pissed that the Ahsoka book was made. He got pissed that they put that shit in Dark Horse. He got pissed at that. He did. He got upset about it. And if you don't think he did, then why the fuck did he, like Santa Starish, just put a big old golden shower all over that son of a bitch, dude? I mean, am I wrong?
He goes on and he says he doesn't care about details. Details aren't his thing. Like he was gonna have Rosario Dawson not have blue eyes, and Rosario's like, no, Ahsoka has blue eyes. You got to get me blue eyes with contacts. He's like, I don't care about that. I don't care if you change your eye color. I don't care about any of that stuff. It's all about characters and good stories. And so I actually think Rosario did a good one there by saying no. It has to be-
Dude, when everybody's telling you you're wrong, you should probably be like, oh shit, I might be wrong.
You get wrong in your own stories. You create these characters and you're wrong and you have people who are betraying them are telling you you're wrong. I got to do this. So you know what? I don't know. I think
You
he's
went R. Kelly on them. Sarah, that is awesome.
There you go.
Sarah.
Sarah.
Yeah. Dude, you guys, hey, we're gonna, dude, the canon hair. I like the canon hair. I like both. They're both getting the belt. Everybody's getting the belt. And what's
Ring the bell?
Ring the bell. Joe gets the bell. Gets a bell for that. And where's the canon hair comment? Who's that from? John. John gets a canon hair bell. You guys, I can't keep pressing the bell that much. Jesus Christ. All right. No, this is bullshit. Yeah, and this is exactly what's wrong. Like when you have a problem with it, I don't think it's a one-part solution, but I believe that part of it is this. Like, you got away from what we were sold on as Star Wars fans, and it's going to come home to roost, and hopefully High Republic's the roosting, because I'm kind of sick of him grabbing characters. Even once he didn't create that, he just, like, why do you think we haven't seen Voss in forever? I'm pretty sure it's because of him. Because he didn't create that character, Lucas did. But technically, he did create the character because he's the one that saw it in the background and was like, oh, I'm going to come up with a character. I'm going to come up with a story for that character. So, you know what I mean? And, like, that would make perfect sense why we haven't been able to see him. And if I'm Timothy, I'd be right. I'd have all my books ready. And the moment he fucking puts Thrawn on screen, just drop that shit and say, have a nice day. Fuck you. Have a nice day.
He's like, Timothy's not going to do that.
I know. He isn't?
He's not going to do that.
Oh, he isn't. He's never done that before, huh?
He's not.
You sure he's never done anything like that before?
He has a respect for Del Rey that he's not going to release a Star Wars. He might not like Dave Filoni, but he respects Del Rey too much, and he does other stuff with Del Rey that he ain't going to do that. He's not going to.
Hold on though. You say that, but do you remember what got him really popular in the first place? What was the comic book? What was the storyline that got him really popular?
I get that. That was also 30 years ago when he was much younger, and I think he didn't mind burning bridges. I don't think he's the same person as he was 30 years ago.
I don't know.
The 90s. That was the 90s.
90s.
If you set the whole place on fire and you walk away with the championship belt and a bag of cash, you probably didn't learn your fucking lesson.
I'm just saying, it's a different age and a different time.
Huh?
It was a different age and a different time.
I don't know. We'll see.
I don't think that. That's gonna worry.
I hope it does.
Well, we're talking about that though right here. So Timothy's on last weekend was at a French Comic Con. He's at one again next weekend, and he had a lot of comments about Thrawn that came up with it. I did a lot of back reading and things, so Google translating from French from a bunch of these places. I put a bunch in the chat there. But basically, I came away with a couple takeaways from this. First, he does admit that Favreau and Filoni have reached out and they had a conversation about Thrawn. In that conversation, though, he says they shared zero about the storyline and they didn't ask him for any advice. So, like,
so what do they talk about?
More of a courtesy call, being like, "Hey, we're doing this," than like, "Hey."
No, hey, we're using the character. That's what they say. They like, coming up in the movie, we're going to use Thrawn.
Hey, not like there's, how at Celebration Day, it's like, oh, we're going to get this character right. We're working with Timothy Zahn. It's like, they did call. I'm not going to admit that they didn't call, but they didn't give me anything to work with.
He's saying that they're full of shit. Kind of what we've been saying the whole time. That
but he was nice about it. I mean, he didn't say it like that. He did say, I did tell them that I'd be happy to meet with the directors and the writers at any point, and they have
because he's got the books done.
They've never taken me up on that offer.
Dude, so. This is it. This is what he said. He said, "Oh, let me tell you, I've got the books already done. So when Dave does whatever he's going to do, it doesn't matter because I'm going to release the books after the thing. And when everybody hates the way Thrawn looks, they're going to be like, oh man, if only Timothy on there to consult." That's what he's going to do.
He also 100%. Did say that he
did it before. He's going to do it again.
He did. He said he wants to write a trilogy, and he has ideas, and he's had conversations with Del Rey about doing a 3-book trilogy that takes place after Rebels and before Ahsoka. Right now, it's kind of in limbo, and we're just waiting for approval, all that stuff to see if it ever happens. So he has an idea about what happened to Thrawn and Ezra. But he has to wait to see what Dave does.
I think he's got that ready. I think that's ready to print. That first book is ready to print tomorrow. The minute he's going to use the Dave thing, like canon doesn't mean anything, to put out those books, and when those books go,
it's all just about telling a good story.
Yeah, it's what I was gonna say. As soon as they're like, well, Dave, okay, let Dave do it first, let him get a shine, and then I'm gonna put out my book. And by the way, I think that's a smarter thing to do, because we saw what he did to Johnson's book with Ahsoka. You don't want to put your book out first.
No, I agree.
You put your book out first, Dave's gonna go in there and be like, oh, well,
but I think Del Rey's gonna push for those books to be released, because Del Rey doesn't care either about what Star Wars is doing. They want good Star Wars books that are going to sell money, and they have a good relationship with Timothy Zahn. So Del Rey has Zahn's back. So I think
it's French.
Those books will come.
Yeah, I think he's made them a lot of money. But this is the other part that I think is, well, now I'm laughing at it's French in my head, so I can't remember what I was going to say. But it is also very telling that there's only one character, and probably the most the voice actress who is probably the most popular that is not making it to the large screen, especially after Thrawn now. Who is that? Think about that. Who's playing Thrawn in this movie? Or the TV show, whatever it is. Isn't it the voice actor? Right?
Yeah,
that's the
voice
voice
actor.
actor.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that's the voice actor. All right.
Right.
Who's playing Ahsoka Tano?
Not the voice actor.
Not the voice actor. And she is Ashley Eckstein is way more at the time, more popular than Dave. More popular than Dave. Dave got a pretty standing up applause. Ashley Eckstein sold out her entire booth within an hour. No joke. So
he did praise the Lars casting. He said he's a big fan of how Lars did in Rebels with the voice and everything like that.
He's got short man syndrome, so he's jealous of everything. I get it, dude. I wish he wouldn't. Maybe, get him an edible or something. I don't know what's with that dude. He just got problems, bro. I mean, we saw the picture.
Joe's got a point, though. It's not apples to apples, because Lars actually is an actor before being a voice actor, as opposed to Ashley is a voice actress or actor who's not really done a lot of.
Hold on. You're telling me that wire hammer pant flip around shit that and I love Dawson, don't get me wrong. Hots versus forever. But you're telling me what she did a normie couldn't do? Anybody could do that, dude. That wasn't even shot well when they first had her come out. I mean, really?
That's not what he's saying. He's just saying that it's not apples to apples.
How's it not apples to apples?
Because one of them is actually a live action actor and one of them isn't.
Well, she would be a live action.
You're acting about I'm not talking about stunts and the physicality of that. Actually, emoting with your face.
Well, not to completely side with Marco on this.
Your voice.
Not to completely side with Marco on this, but Mark Hamill wasn't an actor.
Yeah. Yeah, you are completely siding with me. Absolutely. Not to mention, a lot, but I mean, how much face emoting are they doing, which they do in voice acting too a lot of times, but are they doing with those big ass things? What I'm saying is she's so made up. She has such a big costume on. It doesn't fucking matter. That can take away a lot of bad fucking acting.
I think one thing that would be a big thumb, like a sore thumb to me, would be Ashley's incredibly short. I've met her a few times, and that is a little woman, and I don't know. I don't know physicality size wise. She would match other people. Yeah. So
plus, it's just you're not reading lines in a booth. You're actually acting in front of other actors. It is different.
It's different.
It's not the same. It's not the same.
She's great.
That's all.
She's tiny.
Where's Alabama? You don't want to go to Alabama, bro.
All right,
Greenbow, Alabama.
On my spectrum of least favorite Star Wars actors, Rupert might just be my least favorite, and he just keeps digging himself in the grave. So this week he got asked about the Grand Inquisitor costume and how it changed at something, and he abruptly responded. And the key word there, friend, is cartoon. So he's like, "Oh yeah, what do you want? My head is already big. You want to make it even bigger?" That's the other thing he said. He's not very happy that people aren't happy with his appearance, and that's what they're commenting on, and they're not taking what he thought was a good acting in this show. And so
you're lucky nobody dissected his fucking acting.
I think bad.
Really,
bad.
Well, the Kenobi show, the acting was
he's mad about it.
But you know what?
Look,
actors look, he's actually he's actually a real good actor in other things. And I understand an actor takes their craft very serious. And
He
when
can
you
take it seriously though. He said he never even watched Rebels before he acted.
well, you said it's kind of no, but I know, but you see that's the thing. Rosario Dawson turned around and said that she had to get her research from Clone Wars and Rebels. So she did her research. He was going for the paycheck.
This
And
guy
so-
did not care about that. No,
Yeah, he didn't care. And also, too, he obviously doesn't know because, as we've said it before, in the original movies, they had the same alien species and they didn't have round ass heads.
No, it looked fine in this movie.
Ruben, what do you have to say about your twin?
Well, if it was me, I would have done what they did in episode 3. I would have been like, no, I want him. I don't want my round ass head.
Yeah,
I have a big fucking
round ass head. That's what I'm saying.
I would have been like,
But then too, if people are like, "Hey man, you had a big ass round head," you say, "Look, I'm not in charge of makeup, bro. Not my gimmick. Like I don't care." That's what you say. Move it.
He could say that. He could say that wasn't my call. But no, he's like, "Oh, that was a cartoon." What do you? No, he just doesn't do any of that. Man, I hope they never bring the Grand Inquisitor back, who is one of my favorite characters, to live action because I do not want to see this guy in Star Wars ever again.
Maybe they'll change the actor and get a better actor. And
they're going to recast, but I do not want him anywhere near the Grand Inquisitor.
And they're going to explain how his head got bigger than it was in the Obi-Wan series.
No, they're not.
There's a machine that he just had to call in.
No, it'd be like this little crush thing like this. I got you.
Like the penny machine. It's like the penny machine. So he cranks it down for it.
Vader
I don't care.
Vader's just like, here you go, and his head just
Yeah, with how much stuff they already just fuck up and glance over with not explaining it, I have no qualms at all. If they just get a new actor with a more appropriate, I was gonna say appropriate sculpted head.
Nothing could be worse than Ed. Was it Ed Wood? Remember the movie Ed Wood? What was his name? Lugosi. The guy who played Dracula.
Yeah.
He died halfway through the movie, so they wound up getting his wife's chiropractor, who was bigger, taller, a different person, as the same person in the same movie, and it made no sense. So they can do that in Star Wars. Hey, but that's the worst movie ever made.
Yeah,
Bela Lugosi character.
I'll do it. You don't have to pay me. I'll just go over there and do it. I got no problem with it.
Put his head in a vice like Casino.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
AOA.
I know, it's great. We got news this week about how big Jedi Survivor is coming out this Friday. So I know I'm playing it. Marco's playing it. Marco's got time
I don't know if
to
I got time to play it.
You got
You
time.
guys you're gonna lose those hours of your life.
Ruben, you gonna
I don't have a PS5.
you can play it on PC.
This PC, the one I use, is the Star Wars one, the Dell one from back in the day. And I don't even think it would run
He's
it.
got a dinosaur. It's like worse than Pete's was before.
So yeah, it is going to take up more than 150 gigabytes on the console.
Good.
It's going to pretty much delete everything else that you want.
Everything
or
else
give
that
it
I
to a
want.
hard drive because you're going to need it for this game.
You need
So,
an actor with jaundice.
I'll
out
buy
of
it
here.
on Friday, but it's going to take me all day Friday to download it, so I probably won't even get a chance to play
He's
it.
talking about. He's talking about yellow teeth and yellow eyes. He says we need to out of here.
So anyway, this is one of the biggest games that have came out.
Yeah.
You and JJ can do a breakdown.
We will.
Please.
We got Lego announced. It's May the 4th promotions. There'll be double points.
Nice.
And there's going to be this mini Death Star figure that they're going to do. And I think it's going to be if you spend more than $150.
It's like the helmets, right? They made the size of the helmets, like the helmet line that they have. Okay.
If you
No,
got,
this is smaller than that.
I'll give you
Yeah,
a
it's
little
smaller.
clue.
No, it's
Yeah, I can
smaller
see the
than
size
that.
of those pieces. That
It's like
thing's
so
gonna be-
big, yeah.
little
Yeah,
thing,
yeah. No, they're the
It's
minis.
tiny.
It's the minis.
Oh, the mini,
It's
okay.
one
The
that's
mini.
yeah.
Which is really cool. I think it's great. But
I'll give you a
again,
clue. If you guys could go to the stores instead of buying online, usually they're pretty lenient with the spend amount. They're
Really?
like,
You know-
yeah, oh
You
yeah.
know what would make that really cool? You open it up and there's a small grandma talking in there.
With big
like
eyes,
this
like,
big.
like yeah, with eyes like it's about to blow up, so his eyes are
And the eyes
huge.
explosion.
It's like a pop.
Anyway, so if you're going to buy some Legos, they're coming out with some new ones in May, right for Star Wars. Might want to wait for the
I'm
promotion on May the
definitely
4th
gonna
and pick up this.
And
May.
still no slave Leia.
No, Dom.
I'm actually going to buy the dual one from Return of the Jedi, so I'm going to wait now.
Yeah, it should be
Yeah.
fun. And then I think this is the last one for this. Samyo is doing a Star Wars ride for their Peloton on May the 4th, which is going to be an adventure like going to Galaxy's
That's
Edge.
cool.
So if you're
Who
big
now?
into
Who is
riding
this?
your bike on doing the Peloton workout,
Context clues.
there's
Figure it
a
out.
Peloton workout coming
Let's work out.
I'm gonna go to
for
the gym.
Star Wars fans
Just gonna
on
have to
May
see
the
the gym.
4th.
What is this? I don't know.
The
Peloton
Peloton
bike.
bikes.
The bike.
Yeah,
Peloton
I
bikes with
understand what those are. I understand what.
Yeah.
Who's Sam Yo?
He's like one of the
That guy.
big,
He's a big,
trainers
he's a big
know,
big guy.
Trainers that you watch on your little screen.
that pump you up and
Not
make you
me.
go faster.
Well,
Not
then
me.
those who have 'em.
Come on, guys, you got it.
Yeah,
Bit
not me
faster.
either. Look at this.
I gotta throw one news in there that you're never gonna
He
find
said to
somewhere else.
pump you up.
Dude.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all been to Celebration before? I'm not sure there's many people at Celebration riding fucking bikes. More or less going to your local theater, watching us clowns all go in there,
All right.
eat 80 pounds of popcorn while we're drinking 64
You can download
ounces
it,
of
watch
pop-
it on your recliner, and just do leans.
Hold
Just
on.
lean in your chair.
Ugh.
Yeah, but it's gonna feature all the greatest songs from Star Wars and going up hills and I don't know. It's supposed to be an immersive bike riding experience for
Wayseeker,
May the
you're
4th.
not doing this dumb shit. You didn't waste
I don't have a
$10,000 on
Peloton, so no,
bike.
I'm not
Yeah,
doing
no.
it.
I'm gonna go to the gym and find the
I don't got the
Peloton.
money to buy.
I
a
actually
Peloton.
almost bought one of these, and then last minute my wife's like, "Yeah, nah, I don't think I'll use it that much." She just
We talked
doesn't
about
really
getting
know
one
what's
myself too.
Mm.
They're way too much money.
So, Wayseeker, it's only on for that day. They're not going to do it.
No, I think it will be able to be downloaded afterward, but
Oh,
he's
okay.
doing a special live on the
Disco
4th.
Star Wars, Feel the Burn. That'd be fun.
Will it be
Yeah.
like
So,
4D and it sprays mist on
If
you
you're a
when you're in
Peloton
Dagobah?
fan, you got something to look forward.
Yeah, ride, nerds, ride.
And that is this.
Hey,
week's
dude, that'd be
Star Wars.
super duper funny if like he then starts talking about like William Shatner or some shit on it. Like it's
Oh my God.
the thing's confused. That'd be hilarious. That'd be fucking.
Starts talking about his
hilarious.
red shirt.
Yeah, dude. Like what?
Shit, they could have got him to be the freaking Grand Inquisitor. Look at his head.
Jesus, Tom, you can't do some shit like that. What?
What? He's just recasting on the fly.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's move along before we get ourselves in trouble. Holy shit, this book sucked.
This
Oh my
book was
God.
fun. I don't know what
So-
you're talking about. This is a fun book.
Golden shower.
Dude, hey, Wayseeker, after this week, everybody knows you're a fucking fraud if you call this book good.
I
Everybody
didn't call
knows.
it good. I called it fun.
This is not fun.
He
It was
called
fun.
it great. He called it fantastic.
So
I
now
did not
golden
think it was good, but it was fun.
so now golden showers are canon in Star Wars. Here we go.
hey, that's how you ride a Rancor.
I didn't see
No,
Boba
Chel-
Fett take a
who-
golden
where's the
shower.
book, Chelsea?
Hold on, we'll get to it. If you didn't read this book, and I'm assuring a lot of you did not read this terrible book, we'll cover it for you. First off, everybody's aunts and cousins now, and then of course there's a little bit where she's getting hit on by the bar, somebody at the bar, but she's not really getting hit on because she's not. It's just stupid.
It's
We
just
have strong
working out for a job.
sexuality aliens in Star Wars. I love it.
Yeah, I think that was it. They're like, yeah, let's get it on and thing, alien
Blue and green.
lesbian sex.
Yeah, blue
whatever.
and green.
Yeah, so they were going to do that, but then all of a sudden it got broken up right away by whose character? Isn't this one of Jedi's favorite characters?
Yeah, it's
Lone Pop.
Lone Pop.
Lumpop.
I actually thought they did a good job.
No,
with
but
Lone
whose
Pop.
favorite? Is it Jedi's favorite
Good
character?
Jedi.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently she's the aunt,
The
which
auntie?
doesn't make any sense.
Which we can talk about. There's, I mean, it's. I
No,
think
we
that's
don't.
Interesting.
No, we don't need to talk about it.
You skipped like the whole episode here.
They go
You
to
just skipped to
zoo.
the end.
They go to
This is
zoo.
really
This
in
isn't
the
the
book.
end. This isn't the end. No, they go to the zoo.
Yeah, but you missed all the animals. You missed all the good
No,
dialogue.
I didn't. Stop.
Pick
They,
them.
oh,
He doesn't do it in order of the comic.
Okay,
Hey,
you
hold
better go
on.
back
Stop.
and-
Stop. This Wayseeker. This thing's garbage. If you don't like it, do it yourself. So then they go there, and of course they're like, "Hey, we got to make a distraction." So their distraction is to release an animal that starts eating fucking children and shit. Like that's a distraction. It doesn't make any fucking
It
sense.
looks like the dragon from Willow.
Was that
So then they're like, "Oh shit, the guy who owns this place is gonna be pissed. We got to hurry up and get this Rancor. By the way, here's some pee. Why don't you pour it on your fucking head?" Yeah, that's fucking brilliant. By the way, other people have written it, including Dom's favorite, Boba Fett. No pee on him. No pee.
He had a trainer.
Now it's
He had
not
a
just
trainer.
now it's not just alien probe. I know some guy that likes it. He's all down with the alien probe sex. Not even that anymore. Not
Listen,
even the cosplay
Grogu-
sex. Now it's
Grogu
pee
puts the
sex too.
Rancor
They
to
put in
sleep.
here. This is
No,
ridiculous.
tames the Rancor. Santa Staros has to put P
Yeah.
on her to get the
Yeah, got to put P on her.
That's some
So they go
kinky
there,
shit.
and then what's even more messed up is the Rancor that decides to lick the pee off of her. What are we doing here, guys? What are we doing?
It's a way of showing like the relation. He thinks that it's a Rancor, so because that's like the baby that she is. So the Rancor believes that Santa is his baby.
Does anybody
You know what that
believe
reminds
a fucking word that Wayseeker just said? Because nobody here believes that
You know what
bullshit.
reminds me of? Remember Trading Places? What was the movie with the
What's
The,
wrong
uh,
with you?
with the
Why
ape-
can't you actually
the guy
read
was
the
in the
words
ape
that are on a page and believe them?
Danny Trejo pissed.
Danny Trejo piss on Boba Fett.
There was some
God.
really good dialogue in this book. There was some really interesting connections to Avon
Well,
Star.
the dialogue gets
about.
He gets forgotten about when you start pouring piss on your
Yeah, when
head.
you
I
start
know
pouring
he,
piss.
and she makes a really fun comment.
Okay, Wayseeker. Why instead of all the other pets that were non-exclusive that they could just, why did they get the one that was eating little children? They let that one go. It didn't make sense.
It's
None
the
of
one
this
that
made
we
sense.
hadn't seen before. All the other ones we had seen before. This is a new species that we hadn't seen before.
Oh yeah, awesome.
Right.
It reminds me of a Gaijing, so like we have seen it before, and like
Kaiju.
this is stupid.
Kaiju.
Yeah,
We had
Kaiju.
not seen that one
That's what I
before.
meant. Kaiju. Thank
Dragon
you.
from Willow.
Anyway, so then the owner of the zoo shows up, and he's like, "All right, blah 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 blah. You're not gonna get away with this." Of course, they beat him, and then she's like, now she's playing with the nose, the nostrils, picking his boogers, and they put it into the thing. Turns out there's another group that the blue alien that was flirting with her that wasn't flirting with her. She's
This
like,
is
"Yeah,
a
we
great
want to free
line.
this."
So after she gets kidnapped, Diva gives the line and talks about what is up with all these Staros getting kidnapped, right? I love that line because who kidnapped Avon Staros?
Nobody cares.
Why
Diva
didn't she ask,
Womp
like,
so
why
Diva's
does it smell
making
like
a joke
piss in
because
here?
Diva is the one that kidnapped Avon.
So
they-
there's the question though is, does she still have pee on her hands? Is what I want to know, because after this
That's
book,
a great line because
that's
it's
the only
referring
thing.
back to
That's the
book
greatest
about
line. Is there still pee on her hands? Because
There's
nobody
a
can.
lot of
Wayseeker, come
dialogue
on,
in
man.
this book.
Come on, man. This bit's not going good.
Just because
Bro,
you
there's
don't like
nobody
it.
that believes
I
it.
actually
It's not just
think
me.
dialogue is good.
Hey, Dom, first thing I said is like, oh, y'all better read this book. It's a lot of bullshit. Dom's first comment, golden showers. Golden showers. That's it.
Just because you're not smart enough to pick up on
Bro,
all the dialogue,
hey,
there's
it's
no
not
way.
like that. Like, come
All
on.
you can think about is the golden.
Hey, just because you're trying to sell this mess of a book, just because you're trying to sell this mess of a book with
No, no.
one fucking line where it's like,
Marco,
oh, she kidnapped her. Isn't that a cute callback? Wink, wink.
you know
Dude,
what?
she was pushing
Marco,
piss on her
you're
head. What?
I understand where
I'll say the art's good in this book. The art is good. In
no,
this book.
no, I understand where Waveseeker's coming from. You know, is it the best book? No, but there are some things in the book that actually is pretty cool. It's pretty good. You know, like, is it the greatest thing? No, it's not.
Like what?
No, it's like you're getting to know. Like they're putting characters in here, like Lempop. I want to see her more in books. So now she's getting more time. So you're finding out more about her. In a
I
way,
think they did the Imperial pretty well in here.
So-
Imperial,
so-
who was
hey,
like,
no,
along.
it's- hold on, I'm gonna get there too, because that's a fucking bunch of horse shit also. So let me ask you this: you instead of having more action, you asked, I gave you the answer quick.
I didn't ask. I asked no question.
You said you didn't think they did good with the Imperial. I said no, it's a bunch of horse shit. I'll get to it in a second. That's an answer, real quick. All right, here we go. Yeah, not a horse salad. I used 4 fucking words to describe that. It's a bunch of horse shit.
There you go.
All right, 5 words.
Wookiee's my friend.
It's bad, dude. No, it's
Come
really
on.
bad. Yeah, there's a crack on it here. The art is actually pretty good. So then, of course, the guy, the bounty hunter that was trying to hunt him down, has now got the fucking grandma. Which who the hell even knows where the grandma was? Nobody cares. Beep beep beep. Her pager goes off. So now let's go to the other part of the story, which is really fucked up. This sister lady, to get the stuff that the brother had stolen, got pregnated by some dude she don't even want. So her family made her get pregnated by some Imperial so that she could steal back a book that the brother, who ends up setting her up anyways, is going to kill her, but not really, because we know that's not going to happen. And that's the end of the book. That's how stupid it is. This book is stupid.
It's
Did I
good.
get any of that wrong?
I actually really enjoy this book.
how
I
many
can't wait
issues?
for the
How many
next
issues?
season.
4?
It's 5.
Huh?
It's 5. It's 5 episodes.
It's 4.5 too many. The art's really good, though. The art is good. I'll
Art's
give it to you.
good. The
Art's
story's really good.
The story's hot trash. Peeing
I get that it's
Wayseeker.
ridiculous with the Rancor
Wait.
piss. I get
That wasn't the, no, this part that she's getting. Hold on, the whole point that to get the diary back, she got pregnant by some Imperial is also absolutely. This story's garbage and ridiculous too. and then the brother's just there the whole time while she's sneaking around again.
The brother realized what was going on and informed the Imperial, and that's what happened.
The whole time. No, you didn't read this then because he said this is a setup from the get-go.
So here's the question.
The brother's like, hey, go impregnate my sister. And by the way, the family's like, hey, go get impregnated by this Imperial so you can set him up to get a dictionary. And the brother's like, hey, go impregnate my sister because I know it's going to be a setup in the end. What the fuck?
Is the brother in on it? Is the brother in on it? Is the brother playing a long con?
At this point, if he is, I don't give a shit. If he isn't, I don't give a shit because it's just as bad either way. You let some dude fuck your sister or your daughter just so that you can get a diary back. That's all this is. You go fuck somebody in cosplay. You go
Star Wars or Springer because
that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. We got Jerry Springer going on here. I don't know what type of animal crazy whatever stuff you're into, but F it. That's your business, not my fucking business. Apparently, golden showers is a thing now. Who cares? Like, I'm not into any of that shit, but I don't judge. Let y'all be. Let your feet fly. Let your feet fly. Hey, let it fly, bro. Let it fly. That don't mean I have to see it. That just doesn't mean I have to see it.
You judge me all the time. You do judge.
Oh, yeah, but I don't care. I mean, I'll judge y'all, but you go. You're right. This is the R. Kelly book. I believe I could pee. I believe the red current me clean. I believe. Hey, you're reading my R. Kelly singing there, Dom.
Female leads. I like the female leads. I like the females.
You just look at the back of her and her dress with her booty and say that looks cute. That's all you care about. That don't mean that it's good writing in the book.
Hey, that's all I need.
All right.
I'm not bad. I'm just drawing.
So apparently Dom's got pregnant girl fetish too now. Because we got a pee fetish, an alien fetish, pregnant girl fetish. All right, good. Woo-hoo. All right. Does anybody like to add on anything to this terrible book? Okay, no good.
Next one, please.
Moving on. Yoda. Apparently, the people on this channel don't listen to the people on this channel because we told everybody if you like that cover, pre-order it. And guess what?
The funny thing is,
that's why I forgot.
We did not find out this was a 1 in 25 at the last minute.
We knew it was a 1 in 25.
We knew it was a 1 in 25.
I forgot. I just didn't want to buy the cover because I didn't think it was worth.
Yeah, Wayseeker doesn't like it. That's fine. But the rest of y'all,
except for I got it. Hey, I got it.
Ruben. Thank you, Ruben, for listening to the show. That's why we have you on the show. No, not for this man. This man is right. This man's right. No. All right. Anyway, so let's move along. Good cover, sweet. Looks like it's pretty popular. Okay, we're going back to this. We got Angry Wookiee, who's about to. This is fucked up.
Yeah.
So our Angry
the whole thing is.
Yeah, he's got gear down and he's like, I'm going to kill you. And all of a sudden, Tiger Cat goes, thunder, 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 and then jumps him, knocks him out. And then all of a sudden, Wookiee lightsaber dude, burns the fucking cat with the lightsaber, but doesn't feel it. And then knocks it in. Shit, man. Crazy. That's how they start the book. See, that's how you start a book off, Wayseeker. You get all the great sound effects, chew out of the
Wookiee piss on it.
Watch all this.
You should never speak Wookiee again. That was awful.
And then you get the this is the part that didn't happen. Look at he's doing the air backflip bullshit now. Is everybody does the air backflips now? Wookiee's doing the air backflip. Everybody's doing this.
Barry Gibbs.
That Wookiee looks.
Nice pull there.
It's bad. It's a bad one.
I think he looks like freaking Teen Wolf.
So they're getting their little back and forth. Okay, so let me ask you this question about her. She cut the lightsaber in half, right?
Yes.
All right, cool. So she fucked his lightsaber all types up. Makes sense later. So he comes back, started to choke her out, and then guess who shows up? Oh, it's Yoda. And Yoda, I actually, speaking of good lines, Master Yoda, he's, I'll take care of this, I will. Return to camp. Like, listen, little tiger kid, get your ass out of here. Daddy's home. Like, this is pretty cool. And then he goes, yeah, I better go, Master Yoda. And then he talks some, and the Wookiee's like saying all this weird stuff, and Yoda just like starts flipping the rocks. And he's like, and just pulls this sweet thing. It's not a Jedi mind trick, but he like literally talks him in circles to the point that eventually the Wookiee's like, what the fuck am I doing? And he's like, yeah, you touched the dark side. And then Gira comes up and double leg kicks. I don't know what the hell happened. But then Yoda's like, yeah, did you just start with weapons? And she's like, yeah, I fucked this shit up. And he's like, okay, cool. Let's go see what's going on. So he's like, wait a minute, you talked to Dooku? And he's like, hey, Dooku. And now you kind of see, this is very interesting about Dooku. It seems like Dooku, even before he got put off by, it's Sifo Dyas is, and they kind of touch this in the novel, but they're starting to go, the Sifo Dyas thing, I think, really affected him, not just when Sifo Dyas was like kind of excommunicated, but like how they treated Sifo Dyas growing up really affected Dooku, and that's really what made him turn in the Force. And when you start reading some of the stuff about him, it looks like he probably was a long time coming to leave the Force and maybe just doing a little bit of dastardly shit behind the scenes. And he kind of gives a little thing like, well, I must have given him bad advice. I didn't think that's how that was going to go. And you're looking at him going like, he didn't give him bad advice on accident. He knew bad advice was coming and gave him bad advice. So
yeah.
That was
the
pretty
art.
cool.
The art here is so good. This
Oh,
overlooking the city, and then the red in Dooku's eyes. Both of those scenes were just
Pretty cool.
really, really awesome.
I thought they did a really good job. And then, hey, tell me if my volume was okay during that. I've been messing with the volume, trying to turn it down. I hope it didn't blow out anyways.
Well, apart from when you were yelling at Wayseeker, sure.
Yeah, I mean, even with that, but I turned it kind of real low for this one. All right, Yoda, and I tested it ahead of time. So then Yoda's there. Gira comes up, and Gira's like, "This is what is going to happen?" Because she's like, "I'm leaving," but she's already past the Padawan, right? Like she's like, she's in that stage, like she's in the Padawan stage, but she's like at the stage where she's almost making it to
The trials.
to trials, right?
Right.
So she's really damn close. Like she's really damn close. Really, really Ahsoka damn
I
close.
was gonna say she like Ahsoka out.
Yeah, and then she's like, "Hey, peace out. I'm gonna take off." They all shake hands. And he's like, "Oh man, I lost this one. It's my fault." Yoda like does some deep searching and like, "Man, I'm bad." And then is it who's talking to him? Is it to Yoda? Is it Dooku or is it Sifo?
I think it's Dooku.
You think it's Dooku? You don't think it's Sifo? Okay, so it's probably Dooku.
What do you think, Ruben?
I thought it was going to be Obi-Wan because this is the end panel is mid-Empire, right? Between
Yeah,
New Hope and Jedi.
yeah.
I mean New Hope and Empire. So I thought he was talking to Obi-Wan, but I didn't even thought about it. He's talking to anybody else.
This I think it might be multiples depending on how the story ends. So I think it's going to be all his former pupils. So I think pupils. Did I just say pupils? Pupils. Pupils. Pupils.
What about Qui-Gon? You
New
think
board game.
Qui-Gon?
Pupils.
Qui-Gon too.
That's what I'm saying. So I think like
Yeah,
this one
it's
right
gonna be
here
Qui-Gon.
is either Sifo or Dooku. I think
But,
you're going to get
Sifo, he wasn't Sifo's master, so that doesn't make sense to me.
right. You're right. I just read it
Listen,
and then I thought it was Dooku off the bat, and then I thought to myself, "Oh shit!" But it could have been Sifo.
Yeah, but you think
Because he says I failed on more. He was doing the fail thing, and then you're like,
Yeah.
shit. Who did he fail on? He failed on a lot of people.
He
yeah, but
did
you
fail
think
on a lot of
Dooku gets
people.
a Force ghost after
Yeah.
being on the other side?
Yeah.
I mean, that's just the byproduct of being a master of 10,000 students over your course of your career.
Yeah,
You're
that's
gonna
true,
fail
too.
on some. But he
I think
failed
Obi's
on,
probably the best bet.
failed on quite
Four
a bit.
Deadly Venom. They came out on Wednesday, bro. It's Sunday. We try to. I mean, I appreciate muting. Sorry about that. Yeah, my natural big mouth. Yeah, energy cannot be contained. I agree with that comment. All right, so yeah, I mean, I don't know. Good book.
Oh, there was one part of this book that really stuck out to me. Just a line that Yoda said, because there are still people that I talk to on Facebook or on Instagram or whatever that think that the balance of the Force is the eradication of the dark side. But when Yoda comes and says that you sense it in me, and you say no, and he's like, no, it's always there. It's two sides. It's always present. I was just like, I love it. I'm like, I want to post that somewhere and just make people just cry about it, because there's a lot of people that think that the balance was the eradication of the dark side, and it's like, no, the eradication of the Sith. So that was one part that I just absolutely loved. I love this book.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're doing a great job with this book.
Yeah.
I didn't get to Nameless this week. I didn't have enough time to cut it.
Yeah.
I will do that next week, so we'll review that with a couple other books. Speaking of next week, we will also be doing the High Republic Quest for Jedi.
I am all in on this book, rightly or wrongly. I'm all in.
Why is this sold out, by the way, at Midtown? I was curious because I was doing my watch list stuff. I was looking on some sites and this book was sold out at Midtown already.
It's got a lot of love. Like there's a lot of good reviews coming for actually readers of the book.
So this book is sold out? I don't
tell you some
Online, yeah, the A and the B, they're both gone. I was like, huh.
really.
I don't think we're going to be disappointed in this book. Can I say that? I don't think we're going to be disappointed in this book.
Okay.
The middle one
Is
is
three
the
covers?
middle one is a store exclusive, just to say. So
Is it?
Okay.
I thought that was supposed to be the B. That's what they originally pitched.
the
as
middle
the B.
one is TFAW limited to
Is it?
1,500.
Okay. That wasn't the right one, right?
What?
Originally they said the middle one might be to be, and then they came out.
They
with
changed it. Yeah, they
.com
changed
to
it
the-
later, and now it's,
Yeah.
it's a store exclusive. But the A and
Okay.
the B are the ones on the left and the right.
Yeah,
Which
I've
would be
only seen the
cool.
one on the left. They didn't show a picture for the B cover, so I didn't know what the
Yeah.
B cover looked like.
Yeah. Mhm. So I don't know. People want the Gray Jedi. It like I said, the writing looks pretty good so far. The story.
And this
looks
is the
pretty-
furthest back we're going in the High Republic. I mean, it picks up, if I understand it right, it's with characters that we've seen from the very first novel, but then they go back in time and tell about older people, this Brabus them movies before. So
Yeah,
I don't know anything other than what I saw in the preview, but the preview looked pretty fascinating.
and isn't this Gray's book?
Yes, this is great.
So I think she's making big waves. I mean, she's very popular, and this book is going to be very popular. So there you go. Next week we'll be reviewing it, in my opinion, at least. Also, next week we get this.
Yes.
Have you read any of this?
No. I just want them. It's just.
I think the covers look cool.
The
Yes.
covers are nice, but there's probably gonna be a lot of them. So
I
don't
think
go
I've-
crazy.
I think
About
I've
20
ordered. I
About
think I've
20
ordered.
covers already. I think.
Yeah, I think I've ordered most of them.
Yeah, like the
Not all
Gelato,
of
the Virgin 1/100, it's around ratio. It'll probably end up under ratio by the time Wednesday passes.
I'm
I
not
agree.
saying this book is on the same crap level as Santa, but
I'm just saying there's a lot of stores, like store exclusives.
Yeah, there's
so
lots of store
there's gonna be
exclusives
a lot
for
of
this one.
variants floating around.
There's gonna be a lot of these out there.
So like the one at 25 is gonna probably be $15 before too long, and like I said, the one at 100 probably be like 80.
Yeah,
Might
the one in
guess. I'm
25
just
will be
guessing.
real cheap because there's just too many of them.
Exactly. There's just
I
a
probably
line
won't get the 1 in
there.
100 because my stores will get it.
But I still think the covers are really cool.
yeah, the covers are cool. The insides they're different.
I haven't seen it yet, so I'll get going with it with open mind.
Didn't you show something? I think it was last
I
week or
did.
the week
I
before.
showed probably like a couple weeks ago. Yeah,
Yeah, I
almost
know
like a
that.
month ago now.
I know the inside's gonna be a hot mess, but it's Vader, and
Well,
that's
it's
what I
There's
collect.
3 stories, right?
All look pretty good.
3
Yeah.
stories.
So 2
Yeah,
or
as
3.
long as like one is pretty good and one's okay, one's bad, that's fine.
I think I
That's
showed you a
fine.
little bit from a couple of the different stories.
As long as
Yeah.
one story's good, I'll be happy.
Yeah, that's all you kind of shoot for.
Yeah,
Is this the final Vader story you were getting?
No.
Probably not.
no,
No,
fuck
no.
no,
He sells.
This is extra.
I
This
know.
no
is,
way.
this is just for a way to get money out
dude.
of it.
He literally just his covers. I mean, his cover, as you've seen from the panel, the covers is going to sell the shitty book no matter what.
Shit,
Yeah,
imagine
doesn't
that
matter
was
what's on the
Vader
inside.
covers. Jesus.
All you gotta do is put them on the cover, and the shit will sell.
Mhm.
So, FOC, Star Wars, and Nameless, and then we got After this, I think is Dark Horse is going to start because they had to do the readjustment. We're going to start seeing more. Hopefully, you know what, dude? When it was over at IDW, they at least got us all the covers before.
We saw this cover. This cover came out at Celebration.
Did it?
Oh, that's right. I didn't pull it. It's the one where it's got the 2 people on the front. It's a tan cover, and is it?
I'd have to go back
I
and
don't
check. I
know.
put them all on
Is
the
it the cover?
slide. I showed off
The
2 of
collector
them.
cover?
I think there's 2 people on this cover. No, it's 2 people on this cover, and they're both Jedis, or at least.
But you know, none of the sites have it, but they did
Yeah.
show it at Celebration. So.
Yeah, I think you're right. All right.
Finale too, huh?
Yeah, that's the end of that one.
That's it. I labeled. Oh, Jesus Christ. So FOC 2. So yeah, we're getting black and white next week, and then we got the FOC.
Issue 2, I was gonna say, is this
I
issue
like
2?
that LaRocca.
Mm-hmm.
That's the
Is
one
that
that's
the middle?
probably worth money.
Or
The right one. The one on the right.
Right one.
La Roca.
The one on
the
La
right.
Roca
Roca?
looks really good. Yeah.
Doesn't look like it's normal work. That looks
I
more
like the red.
painted.
All these covers have red in it, so it's really cool.
Well, Dom, it's in the title.
I know.
Yeah, black.
Guess what else colors they have in it? Black.
It's gonna be pink.
I
and
didn't-
green and
I didn't want to say
yellow.
it. I didn't want to be the guy to be like, it's in
No,
the
I know what it means. I know. I'm just saying.
I know. Just messing around.
I'm
Just
just
giving you a hard
saying.
time.
I like the black.
I like the black in it. Yeah, the white looks tough too.
I want an Anja. That's what I want. Maybe you give that man the red, black, white, and red.
I love you, Dom. You make my day
God
so
bless
happy,
you.
bro. All right. Also, we've got High Republic 10 coming up. I actually
why
like,
you got Lionel's glove?
dude. I don't know, but I like both that and the ratio.
Yo,
And to be honest with you, at 10, I wonder how many people are going to be
Yeah,
getting
that's
the
the
ratio.
Thundercat glove.
Thundercat, he
I
got
don't like that
the
ratio.
color
Why do
too.
you like the ratio?
Dude, I like the ratio because it's so fucking bad, bro. That ratio's so fucking bad.
Wait,
It's
is that the one on the
hilarious.
right?
The one on the way right, where she's like got weird teeth, and she's fighting a vampire, and she's not fighting a vampire.
I thought
And then
she
you've
was
got
a
a-
vampire.
You got a member of the whales. No, that's the Jedi. And then you got a member of the whales fighting the witches. Dude, it's so bad. You keep looking at it, it gets worse, dude.
Are they touching foreheads in the background?
Yeah, dude.
This
It's
is
so good.
all-time bad right here.
Yeah, it also looks like she's kind of tickling his balls.
So good. What? Yeah, it does.
Well, they're all
She's
hands.
grabbing his package. Yeah, she is grabbing his package.
Preparing for the golden shower. They're preparing for it.
And he's like this. He's like, I'm going to tickle you. The vampire's like, I'm going to tickle you. Dude, it's so fucking bad. I love this cover. I love bad covers. So
You can get this for $5. I guarantee it, Marco.
oh no, for sure. No, I'm probably gonna get this for. I'm probably gonna get it for free. But I also gonna get the B cover too because look at how bad the fucking B cover is.
I like the A. I ordered
Yeah, I
one
kind of
A.
like the A. I like the
I actually
background.
don't even like the A. Dude, the B cover and the ratio are so fucking terrible that I have to own these. These are fucking amazing. Look at how fucking bad the B is with the fucking the messenger, and then we've got the fucking claw hand. This is fucking amazing.
Well, yeah, you got the Thundercat claw, and it looks like he's fighting the Jackal from Amazing Spider-Man.
And he's got him like wrapped up here, and the lightsabers are going. Oh my god, it's so bad. This is awesome. I must own these. These are going to be the hits of the year. I'd buy them if I were you guys. I'm just telling you.
I will get them depending if the store has them.
Ugly fucking covers are dope as shit, bro. You gotta collect something.
You're gonna be a whatnot.
I don't have it in here.
Covers. I can see it now. It's your
No,
career.
dude, I already got these. I already pre-ordered this shit, dude. I got it coming. All right, well, that's all I got for FOC, dude. I can't believe you guys don't like those terrible ass covers. They're fucking amazing.
Wait, because we don't have it in here. Like,
Well, they didn't even like your Yoda cover to order it, Marco.
Oh, I'm gonna pump and dump a book that I said it's gonna be cheap and I wouldn't pay more than $10 for. Yeah, right.
Look at
I,
that little
I
piece
will
of shit
say,
go.
I think Nameless Terror #2 is really good. So I'll be interested to see what Marco says when he gets it next week.
Yeah, I'll get to it next week.
I know
well,
you
we
said
didn't
Nameless
spoil-
Terror, but for some reason my ears heard Nameless Turd.
Oh, listen, I'm not pumping and dumping this shit. I'm just saying, dude, this is yeah, it's quality. Not really, but it's
Is this the
quality
last? This is the
it's
last
so
one,
bad.
right? The last book.
Is it?
10? No.
It's
I think
10.
10's in. I think 10's the end.
Is
Yeah,
it gonna be 10? All right.
because
Oh,
there's
they're
only
not
2
doing
phases.
15?
Instead of
Like the-
15, it's 10. Yeah.
I thought they were gonna do 15. All right. Well, whatever. Thank God we could get rid of fucking this douchebag.
Mac and yeah.
Yeah, they're not good.
I when we're done with this, we need to have a conversation about phase 2 and phase 1. I actually
we
like
will.
phase 2 more than phase 1, but this comic is so bad because of this character.
Yeah, exactly. You got. I mean, it's bored, dude. I get so bored with collecting something. Like when you go, ask Dom, he's done it with me before. He's like, "Why are you buying that shit?" I was like, "Oh, this shit looks terrible," and I pick it out of the dollar bin, flat out. Absolutely, dude. It's
Well,
great.
there's one thing about paying $1 for something because it's funny. So you pay $1 so you can show somebody
Oh,
else. Look
I'm
at
not
this.
paying a ton of money for those. No.
But these, they're gonna, especially the incentive. Like somebody's probably gonna be out there telling, "This is first appearance. It's all in this book."
Yeah,
you
but
gotta have this.
I don't pay that type of money. I don't pay first appearance type money. Yeah, stop thinking negative, Pete.
I
Oh,
do.
shoot.
I do.
Yeah, Pete.
What's negative?
Yeah. Thank you, BK. Thank you. All right, let's get on to toys now. I mean, I don't know how that comic review went, but I can't imagine. Ruben, what do you think?
The only one I read was the Yoda one. I just love that one.
Yeah, you are.
The other two, the Santa Star Wars, I gave up on after book 2. I still collect them, but I gave up on that one. So
Right.
I like the golden shower.
yeah,
All right, well, here we go with toys. You can let me
Hey,
know how many of these
So
you're
we
going to
have
buy.
Carson. Hey, look, so Gentle Giant is coming out with the mini bust. So
Just wait till Dave kills this guy off.
Carson finally made it big time. He gets his own little bust.
Dude, that's super cool. I'll be honest with you. That is so super cool, man. You know what I mean? Like one of the cosplay guys. I mean, there's a lot of people who say they're fans of Star Wars. This dude legit's wearing the outfit he built himself. Like he made this himself.
That's awesome.
So all the rest of them,
that is awesome.
yeah, dude. So all
Yeah,
the
that
rest
is
of the people, all the rest of them, they're like, "Oh, I'm a huge Star Wars," and I'm not saying. I mean, I don't cosplay and shit. That doesn't mean I'm less of a Star Wars. But it sure does seem like a lot of people are getting put on Star Wars because they say they're fans. But this dude for sure is 100% a fan.
And he's a
dude.
good guy too. 'Cause I've seen him on a couple of live streams. He's a good dude. Loves his Star Wars. He knows his Star Wars. He's a good dude.
Fair enough.
Next up,
Hey, there we go.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh,
There you go.
there you go.
Papa Wolf gets his own bust too as well. Of course, Dave couldn't be outshined. He couldn't have somebody else get a bust without him getting his own bust. So
He didn't
Not
create
cool.
his own suit, so
no, he didn't. Well, Trapper Wolf gets his own bust as well too.
Surprised he
Why
didn't
is
have
he
an
co-
Indiana Jones hat painted on his helmet.
I know. Why is
I
it
like
called
he changed-
Trapper Wolf again?
Trapper Wolf, yeah.
Yeah, but why?
He's a big fan of MASH, and he liked Trapper
I don't
John.
know.
It's a terrible
He
name.
looks drunk again.
It looks tricky.
No, but I tell you what, maybe they have a changeable head with his hat.
Hey, that's the only time he'll ever have a sniper blaster because in real life the sniper blaster is taller than him, so he probably won't
That
be able.
sucks.
You guys leave Kevin Pollak alone.
If his head changed out with having a cowboy hat, I'd probably buy it because
Oh, I would too. That'd be funny as shit. I think it would.
I would buy it. That'd be hilarious.
All right, so
Ooh, nice.
Holy shit! Are you kidding me?
for the
Why?
20th anniversary, they're dropping the 20th anniversary of Clone Wars, the Attack of the
Nice.
Clones. They're dropping the Django Fett bust.
Jumping Jesus on a pogo stick? That's fucking awesome. That's a fucking awesome sale. I've never heard that saying before.
You've never heard that?
I might have to
You
pick
never heard
this
that
up
before?
because
Good one.
Oh,
it's
You'll hear it
Django
often.
Fett.
what's that? Yeah, you
Might
got to
have
pick this
to
because it's Django. How much is this? 125.
This is, actually 220.
220?
220.
Tom, you're buying this,
You don't fucking
got the
need
Boba Fett.
this.
but you don't need this one.
You don't need this one.
Wait, how big
know, I
is
don't-
this?
It's they're about maybe
Well, the normal Gentle Giant ones aren't they only like
no,
$80?
no, these are not the ones. No, these are this is bigger. It's a
That's
bigger
what
one.
I'm at. Okay, that's what I'm getting at.
Tell me don't need it. I know you're back there. Tell me don't need it.
No, she's back. She's inside.
No.
Good.
You still
You don't need it. Don't
Don't
get
need
it.
it.
Tom.
Oh, yeah.
You already bought it though, didn't you?
Yeah,
No, I
you
didn't.
already
Not
pre-ordered
yet.
this shit.
So they came out with a new R2D2 for Hot Toys for Attack of the Clones 20th anniversary. This
Wow.
is they didn't have the box. I didn't see the box yet.
What the
But-
hell is going on?
I'm with you.
It's
Yeah, see?
dragging the C-3PO head.
Head,
okay.
yeah,
I was wondering what
the
he was doing
total
to the
giant.
second picture.
This is- yeah, this is one on the
C-3PO.
on the field when 3PO lost his head on the battle droid.
Nice.
It's kind of cool.
Jedi, don't buy this.
Jedi might.
No. What the? No.
You go to the next
Uh,
one.
Are those the only two compartments that opens?
Yeah, there's a lot of there's other pictures they had where he had opened up everything, all the tools and everything.
Oh,
It's really
wow.
cool. And he
That's
has
cool.
the jet. He has the jet packs when he's flying too. Which is kind
Oh,
of cool.
that's cool. That is kind of cool.
Oh,
Not with the child Grogu, Din Grogu.
just wait till Dave kills him off too.
He's in.
Come
Nah,
on,
he's not.
Joe.
He's gonna be in.
He doesn't have
the
that
new
much
movie
power.
Ray.
Stop calling
He's got
him the
power, but
child.
not that much.
No, he's gonna be in the new movie with
Dude's
Ray.
50.
15 years in the future.
He is not going to be in that movie.
He's gonna be in that movie.
There's 0% chance of that. They are not going to tell what happens to Grogu.
Grogu's
the
older
movie
than I am. Why are we
before
calling
they
him the
finish
child?
He'll be
story
91 years
elsewhere.
old. He'll be 91 years old.
I don't know how old he is. They just don't do that. They
I
do
think I
not
should buy the
do that.
$220 bust. And if it how many years, put like a 5-year limit on it. If it doesn't happen, I just break it in front of Dom.
Yeah.
But if it does happen, I give it to Dom.
Well, it's a life size. I don't know how much this is, but
Wait, this is
it's
like
down,
nice.
down.
Wow.
Who's down? Who's in the chats?
Yeah.
JJ is coming in. What's up, JJ?
What's up, JJ?
Hey, Jay, what's
Hey,
up?
bud.
Hello.
Yeah, so whoever is a friend of Grogu, the child,
Yeah, we know JJ's buying his life-size Grogu.
you are JJ, right?
How much is this?
Yeah,
It's a life
totally.
size thing?
Life size. So basically, this is like
Tom's
this is going to be close to over $1,000.
1,000. Yeah, this,
$2,000.
I would probably say 5.
No,
yeah, I was gonna say this is gonna be. This is gonna
No
be a little
way.
bit
Nah,
more.
the life size bust
2,500,
of,
600.
the life size bust of Boba Fett's like $1,500.
Dude, my brother actually has the life size, like the one the Yoda that's like there's like only so many of them made, the ones that are screen
Yeah, yeah,
actor. He has one of those still.
How much
with
did
the,
it cost?
lightsaber. He got it for a prayer and steel, but I know they're expensive now. Like
Well, I'm just thinking, like, we're not talking about with the deals. We're thinking of like at MSRP, like when it came out. What
I don't know.
did
I
it
think
pay this supposed to be?
Well, the life size Boba Fett is $8,000. The real life size Boba
Yeah,
Fett.
I'm telling you, this thing I'm seeing is probably like $2,000,
Yeah.
About
$2,500
$2,000,
bucks.
yeah, easy.
yeah, I know it was expensive. He didn't do anything like that. He traded something, for
Especially
it.
if it's got
Yeah.
lights on it.
Probably.
Yeah,
And it actually
Wow.
does float and follows you around and uses the force. So
better.
it'd be awesome.
and uses the force.
It'd be awesome force.
Helps you with your day-to-day work. Do the dishes.
Take it to work.
That's what we need to do. We
No,
need
what
to
you
come
need to
up
do
with
is-
a Grogu Roomba, so
you
he
take
just
this
rides
with you.
around and cleans the floor.
You walk
There you
around,
go.
right? You walk around, it takes it with you. You know the doors that slide open? make believe he opens the door.
No, he's a Roomba, and he cleans up the
Roomba.
floor for you. I'm
The
telling you.
floors.
We'll
All right, I do need another Roomba, a second one, but
All right, so Mando Mania, they had this came out last week. It was a 2-pack of
2-pack, huh?
Top Vent and Cad Bane. This is the 4th Cad Bane that we've gotten, and this Cad Bane is actually different from the new one that just dropped too. So
Did
a
they show
target
us where
position.
Cobb Vance
I'm
got
gonna
shot? Is
throw-
there a version that shows us where he got
He
hit?
got shot in the upper
For a
shoulder
chest?
and was knocked out for good. Yeah, just so this is $55 Target exclusive.
Yeah, it makes
Nice.
when I was like, hey, they should make a second version of some of these so we could all get a shot at it, I didn't mean make 10 versions of the same fucking figure. I mean, come on.
Well, yeah.
Well,
it's in a new
the
box.
face sculpt is different
With no
compared to the
plastic
new ones
with
coming
it.
out.
Oh, hey, Pete, relax. The plastic's coming back, old man. Stop yelling at the clouds.
It's not here yet.
Wambulance.
Hey, look.
Wambulance.
Look at Joe.
Wambulance.
Look at Joe's post. Look at the. Look at
Somebody
Joe's post.
call the
He goes,
wambulance.
"The first page of Green Flags money."
Oh, Jesus. Hey, Doc, you're no longer allowed to ask to see people's posts in the chat. Absolutely not. Shame you, Joe. No. No. What is wrong with you people?
So this dropped. It's actually still up for pre-order. It's up online right now.
Your fault.
Yeah.
You
We'll
spent
find
10
it.
minutes on golden showers in the comic review. You got them all down the wrong path.
All right, what's
Sure.
this?
So
Hey,
we
look,
get
it's this
the,
guy.
Yeah, so he was the commander on the ship on the Mando's finale, and we're getting him,
Axe and R5. Exactly what we needed.
and we're getting an R5, new Black Series R5 for the book of
Is that Axe?
Mando.
That doesn't look like Axe.
That does not look
No,
like
that's not
Axe
Axe.
at all.
That's the
Oh, it's
commander.
not Axe?
That's the
the
No,
commander.
it's the commander that was in the middle of the ship.
Commander.
We'll see him later.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We
Then we're getting,
like
it's another
that.
Mandalorian, so it's actually pretty cool. If you click Mandalorians, there you go. You got a commander.
Oh,
He
generic
was one
Mando
Mandalorian
guy.
that
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty cool. You can actually
Thanks,
see how
Lopez.
fake. Look at the outfit. His fake cosplay. He's got Dave boots on.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a boomerang.
What are those?
Generic
Yeah,
extras.
what are those hip pads? Those are like
all right.
80s foot. Those are the hip pads I wore in football, man. You remember those double pad ups you used to wear to make you with the neck rolls? Jesus.
So this is
so
separate.
nice.
They haven't dropped anything. So R5 is getting a vintage card, a new vintage card. He's becoming a popular character again. They're trying to milk his character.
Isn't that fun? My son was in here today helping to count. We were fixing up cards, and there's a bunch of Pokemon cards and all. And he found this R5 just laying around, like this one, the little
cool.
original one. It's kind of cool. I guess it was laying on the ground because that's how popular that character was before the show.
Hey,
Nobody gave a
Still
shit
not
about him.
popular
He had a bad motivator.
after his,
I don't know
Hey,
if this is
anywhere
a.
it's cool,
I don't know if
chopper,
that's going to be a regular release. So
Oh yeah.
it's out now. So I don't know which. It might actually. You know what? It might be a common release, so you can get it anywhere. Entertainment Earth and Hasbro Pulse and stuff like that.
Hey, but guys, correct me if I'm wrong about R5. We knew nothing about R5 until what's
Skippy.
her name was sitting there going, "Oh, he also worked for the Rebellion." That opened up a whole different.
No,
story, right?
no, because they did the Skippy storyline a long time ago.
yeah, but that's not canon anymore. But we
Oh
had
yeah.
canon,
Well,
right?
well, Dave just said canon doesn't fucking
Oh
matter.
yeah, that's
so
true.
what
Okay.
the fuck do we care
I
about
meant,
canon
I
anymore?
meant canon.
Yeah,
I meant
we're
What
talking about
Bitch
good
on
stories,
fire.
good characters.
Good
R5
story. That Skippy story was a good story apparently because Dave just fucking stole that shit and now he thinks he owns it.
I like Skippy.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure that there was nothing canon
Yeah.
that I'm forgetting. Okay.
No. Tales 1 has the story of Skippy
Yeah,
the
Skippy
Jedi droid.
which is R5, and he blew his
All right,
motivator. So
and then
that
last but
R2-D2
not least, we finally get the Tusken Raider Boba Fett, which makes no sense because they released it with the slave one, and it's the same exact one. They just caught it in.
I'm pretty
I
sure
will,
it wasn't called
Why is
Slave
it
1
doing-
though when they released it.
No, it's slave one. Don't worry about it.
I will sign this card for anyone. Just so you know.
Yes.
Oh, Ruben says it looks like him.
Yes,
and,
it does.
and Wayseeker called Dom out, and Dom said, "Don't worry about it."
I have pre-ordered. I'm pre-ordered already.
Of
course you do.
Of course I do.
You pre-ordered? Why don't you wait till they go on clearance at Target?
I'm not gonna wait. Listen, the Boba Fett sell. The Boba Fett sell
Bullshit,
all the time.
dude. This everything's on clearance, man. It's back to the old days, Dom.
I like
Dom
the
doesn't
clearance.
care. It's all
I like hanging out with Clarence, but it
he
doesn't.
wants to get it first.
What's your clearance, Clarence?
What's your clearance? All right, that's it for. Is that
We
it
have
for
a
Clarence?
star. We have a Star Killer figure. I ordered that too. I got that coming too. You know?
Of course you did.
I'm a star. I like Star Killer.
Dude, you just
I got his signature on his 3-pack over here.
That's cool.
All right, so we're Mad Max. We're gonna talk Mando. We already talked some of it.
Nice.
Yeah.
I actually this is the one thing that I did. For those people that don't know, I watch it twice and then I put I've been putting the I did it before and I tried not to do it because I always get a little salty. I have to put the clips together, but I've been putting the slides back together and it kind of ruins some of the shine on it, especially in this series. But I did that. So we got 3 parts of it. It's very long because it pisses Wayseeker off. And after me having to read that fucking Star Wars comic, I'm okay with it. So fuck it. There we go. All right. So we start off. Bo's trying to get out of a hole. Holes are the big theme here. They send the guy back to go fly through or up to tell
So mind you, Jedi said it right. How the fuck did they fly into space with the
Oh,
Jedi?
Dom, hold on. He doesn't just fly up. He keeps flying up.
Oh, it's a space.
And then he keeps
Okay.
flying up.
He's in the
And then
rain.
he keeps flying up.
But wouldn't the rain take out the jetpack?
Not the rain, but the guy flew like 60 miles after they
flew
already
to
flew to
space.
land
He
down.
went to space, but wait, I can understand one
He
thing.
flew to space.
Okay.
It wasn't space, it was in the borderline where the horses were running on the starships in Rise of Skywalker.
John, I
No,
don't think
he-
you're right yet.
I don't think he was an upper atmo. I think he was they were actually in space.
I don't know. Just before the just
I'm
above
still
the
wondering
clouds.
how even in last
don't think he was
episode when
above
all
the
the
clouds?
Mandalorians left one ship to fly to other ships, like what the fuck are you guys doing? Why did you?
No, I think they would. I think you would have seen, Ruben. I think you would have seen because a lot of times Star Wars does this in their angles. If they want you to be in space, they'll
Mhm.
show the planet outside of it. They will not show cloud. You have to be like they'll show a planet in the outside atmosphere. So I think they're in upper atmosphere.
That's kind of
Okay.
crazy. And his
I don't
helmet, he was able to breathe.
AOA speaking truth today.
Yeah. All right, go ahead. Keep
That
going.
was insane.
That's
If
not
just
what
letting
I'm
you know-
worried about. What I'm wondering is how the
What?
fuck they couldn't follow a fucking bird for 2 fucking
I
minutes,
know.
but they could fucking
okay.
the fuck out of this planet.
I do have a theory on that. I don't know if you want to get it at the end, but I do have a theory on that.
Also, blind Han took out a jetpack too pretty easily by just bumping into the shit. So.
It's Star Wars. There's no theory. It's just Star
No,
Wars.
I get that. I get that, but you can't. You cannot
Luke
four
used the Force. Luke
Okay,
used the Force.
Stop. You can't 4 episodes before say the fucking you ran out of fuel, and then
Yeah, that's
4
what I mean. They
episodes
made a
later,
big deal.
Okay.
you
You
flew
think
Run out of-
what happened?
planet, you flew around the
Never
fucking
catch them.
planet. You flew everywhere around this motherfucking planet.
Okay.
Then you flew back.
You
up.
think Dave
Wait,
and
listen,
Favreau
maybe
remember what
that's
they
the
did 2 episodes
armors.
ago? You really
That's
think
not
that?
good storytelling.
Listen,
I don't.
maybe
We
that's
don't,
the-
we don't watch it for storytelling.
that's the armor
But that's
is
what he said.
Mandalorians. Maybe it's
And
not
that's
the mercenary
fine. It's fine.
Mandalorian.
You don't
Okay.
watch it for good storytelling. But the point is, it's not good storytelling.
Yeah, it's not good story.
Okay. Here's my theory since we're going to go into
Ryan
it.
Johnson did
When
not
I-
direct this episode.
Go ahead. Go
When-
ahead. Go ahead.
When
Ruben.
when I saw that part, I had the same question. I was like,
I
how
didn't have
could
that question.
how could he keep the fuel in his jetpack? And then I went back to the other episode just to relive it. And the only thing that I'm wrapping around, and this is going to be a little bit of word salad, probably a lot of word salad, but the way I was able to wrap my head around it is they were on that one. They were in a cave. They had limited resources, limited fuel. They're not going to fill everybody's jetpack to the brim. They're just going to keep it. No. When they were
But how do
they
you
were
have
fighting
jetpacks
and
on a
do all
planet
that stuff on
don't
the
even-
other planet. They had very limited resources. They didn't even have ships. And she was using the forge there. I mean, they couldn't just fill everybody's tank to full. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, you're not going to fill everybody's tank to full. Let's
Oh,
just,
this is a lot of words.
let me put that at, that's the only thing that's total word salad, but
Axe wolves.
that's how I wrap my head around it.
Well, you
I
know
was
what?
like,
It's
okay,
Axe wolves. Okay, there you go.
he has,
Okay.
Well, think about it. They
But
also
here's the-
they-
here's the thing.
they
Hey,
hooked up
one
with a team of
random-
guys
hey,
who was
one-
asking, "You guys got food?"
Yeah, they're asking for fuel. They definitely don't have fuel on this fucking thing. Here's the-
no.
One ship
I'm
down.
talking about the one where they found.
I agree, but they don't have any more. They don't have any more fuel here either because they're all
But
using
no,
all the shit.
but
No.
Axe could have was part of a different group. So maybe they
Yeah,
had all,
Axe-
Oh, I see what
Axe-
you're saying. I see
They
what
were
you're saying.
on the
Oh, they're
Star
the
Destroyer.
fuel group. Okay,
They
they're
have
the
the- yeah,
fuel group.
the fuel
Yeah,
group.
remember
They had all
Star
the
Destroyer.
people. They were
Group.
rating all the people. There was a fuel group and a no fuel group.
But then how come
Axe is the
Bo-Katan
fuel group.
Bo-Katan didn't have any fuel? Or Mando, who was with that group for a while? I don't know. I don't
I
believe
just
any of that
said.
bullshit. I don't
No,
believe
I'm
any of that
telling you, Jack
bullshit at
Black
all.
and Lizzo were fueling them up. They had
So all of a sudden,
Jack Black.
painted it out.
so they're fighting the Super Troopers, and then we get to see this is actually kind of good. You know, they're dragging them. Of course, now it's only 2 people or whatever, but whatever. And then he starts whooping their ass.
Yeah,
Good
hallway
fight
fight.
scene. But then, of course, like any other fucking, there's like the Western tropes are getting fucking stupid at this point. So now he's got the knife in the boot as usual. Okay.
I was just happy they didn't drag this out.
All right, quick question.
Me too.
Yeah.
How does he deflect it with a fucking knife, though?
Listen, quick question. Remember when he got separated from everybody else
He's
and
good.
Grogu was on the other side? How did
Mhm.
Grogu catch up with him?
He opened the blast doors.
Good writing.
Okay, there you go. Thank you.
He opened the blast doors.
What do you mean he opened the blast doors? Oh, so yeah, but nobody shot him or took him by any chance? I don't.
You know, that made, it
No,
made
no,
no sense. Stop. No, he should not have been able to get
That
to
didn't make
him.
any sense.
No, it did. It was Mando was outside. Moff Gideon said, "Open the doors." Bo-Katan turned around, cut a hole. Everybody went through. The doors went open, and what's his name stayed behind and was shooting. And
Okay,
that's
wait,
how he
wait,
died.
Everybody
doors are
went through. You saw it.
Okay.
There's nobody left.
Well,
So
who's
everybody
getting
went
this
through.
IG-12 just hanging out there in the
Yeah,
corner?
yeah.
No.
The
Yeah,
little
He's
green
on,
guy.
he's on the other side of the hole, but they outran him, so he turned around and went
Giant
back.
droid with a little green person inside.
So
of
he
it.
So he
waited.
went back after
so he
what?
waited after this guy died. Past that.
Wow, no, hold on though. That doesn't make sense because of this scene right here. They're chasing down Bo-Katan. So the Super Troopers would. Okay, we're going on.
Again,
We're not
I
gonna
don't
get
care.
stuck in that.
I'm just glad they didn't drag this out.
Yeah, I'm glad they didn't. So they start beating him
fair
up.
enough.
Andor gives 3 episodes to escape, and you get 4 minutes. I'm like, I don't want them to try to do Andor. Like, they do their own writing. Like, just let Mando go and let this be an episode about Mando, which it was. So I was happy with this decision.
Dude, Axe definitely. Axe by space should have Axe
What
on
an
his thing.
episode
So
of
they
Mando.
try to set him on fire, but he doesn't. So he uses the fire to set the other guy on fire. And then he snaps the dude's neck, which I thought was kind of fucking brutal.
That
But
was
that's
cool.
all right.
It's like Man of Steel.
Yeah. All right. Then he gets wrapped up again because he doesn't kill anybody ever. Both of
I
them.
can't wait for
Just-
those troopers to come out in hot toys.
No.
No.
And then we get to see the crushed gun, which is foreshadowing to something
Were
else
you
being
just
crushed
doing
later.
Grogu? No.
No. Yeah, I was at the same time. Dom walked into it. No. Crushes the gun, gets him in the backhands. Like, yeah, don't do that. Okay, cool. Here, I'm gonna spray some shit in his face. Okay, good idea.
No, because I seen it the last time we sprayed in the first season.
Let me ask you. Okay, I knew you were gonna say that because I then went back and watched the show that I know you watched so that you could say that. So let me ask you this question because I thought the same thing when the dude said it. Grogu's 50, right?
Yeah.
And if he's such a child, then why is Yoda at 900 years old? If you don't develop that fast by the time you're 50, wouldn't the developmental ability of Yoda be a fucking moron too? Because really 90, if you take it and multiply it by the 50, he'd really only be like a teenager technically because he's 50 years old and he's still technically a baby. So every
We
50
don't know
years,
how things develop. Might not be linear. They might not develop linearly.
either way, I don't think he's spraying it. I think it was just dumb because they wanted to do
Which
that.
one
So-
of you guys sent the clip where it was James Earl Jones doing the voice of the No?
That was
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah. No. What do you mean no?
No.
Yeah, he was spraying it with Axe
Yeah.
body spray. Very good. Give John Bell for that one.
Yes.
It did wake him up. So, yeah.
Ring the bell!
It did work. You're right. All right, so we're back to the return. And yes, they're trolling with the fucking things.
Yeah, which return? Like, which of the 8 returns in this episode is?
So Bo's like, we got to get out of here. And they're like, okay, cool. Let's fly through another hole. Another one of Bo's holes. And then all of a sudden, Moff's like, hey, send out all the people. I didn't catch the one where it was upside down, but they sent out all the fucking, we're going to go blow them up. This is pretty cool. You like to see the invasion of all these things going
Yeah,
on.
that part was cool, but I didn't
That was
understand the
cool.
part where Moff said, "Don't worry, I got him," and then he didn't go anywhere.
Yeah, they didn't go anywhere. Right here.
No, he went to go Mando. Did you see
He
that?
didn't go anywhere to go get
But-
Mando.
But he
He
didn't go
stayed
anywhere
right
'cause
where
he
the
gets-
fuck
Stay
he
right
was.
there. No, yeah. So then he pulls up the big map, which apparently
Little green dot.
this is what I
Apparently, he somehow knows where they are. Hey, look, the
Where
green one's
everybody is.
There's the green
He's
one's
got
Grogu.
Grogu the whole time. He knew where the homeless guys that were the homeless Mandalorians. And by the way, somehow with all the holes that the Mandalorians went down, they've gone through all these holes, but they never went down to a hole that somehow had Imperial base. This thing was fucking huge, bro. Look at how big it was.
The Metal Gear Solid map. That's exactly what somebody is.
Little exclamation point popping up over their heads.
That's awesome.
No, I'm not saying he's defending. No, I'm not. I'm saying that he is. Get out of
God
here.
damn it.
Well, that's exactly what you were saying
Get
there.
out of here.
He was kind of getting there with that.
No, I'm saying how did you? Shut up. I'm not gonna give. I'm
Okay,
not doing
moving
that.
on.
No, we have enough clips. I'm not doing anything else. All right. So they're like, yeah. So instead of Moff Gideon going out to find him, like he said, instead, they're going to find Moff, and they call up our little buddy Skippy, the stupid droid, and he doesn't blow a motivator. He comes flying down another hole. There's fucking holes everywhere, dude.
Hey, man, full of holes. It's destroyed.
Yeah, it's horribly defended. You can fall into it anywhere you want. I just don't understand how they did not find this. But he gets down there, then he does the whole R2D2 plug into the hole, R2, blah, 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 blah. We got to get these red shields down. Okay, we
That
get
was
it.
a cool part. It's like a video game segment.
It's a callback to when they were trying to.
I know.
get into the movie.
I'm just saying, each level he got a different weapon, which was kind of cool.
Which is kind of cool. So
Yeah,
I'm
they
going to
tried
go
to
through that.
video
So he
game
opens
this
up the
shit.
thing. Ooh,
Boss
and then
battle.
all of a sudden they're like, "Come on, let us get in, go in there, get it." Oh shit, it's not working. And he's like, boom, pops him in the face. Oh shit, we're gonna die. And then he's got this thing. Oh yeah, now he's all teed up. He's looking badass.
All these
like
Funko Pops and toys going to come out with the, him with the
100%.
shield, him with that.
Then he switches that for a blaster. Now he's got a
Poor
blaster.
Dom's gonna buy them all.
Poor
He
Dom.
will.
And then they have to, because
Maybe.
mouse droids are a fucking thing that they have to overdo. So their mouse droid comes up, he chases away with the zapper. 2 guys left. What's he gonna do? He's gonna
Well,
kill
wait.
them all.
First, he had the British, the alarm.
Yeah. No, here it is. Yeah. So now
Yeah.
a bunch of. Now
Poor
they got
R5
this.
is not Chopper. Tell you that
Where
much.
are
Chopper
we,
would take
Paris?
care of them all.
Dude, Chopper would have killed everybody, and every Mandalorian would have been dead at this point. Every fucking Super Trooper, Moff Gideon would be dead at this point if it was Chopper. All right, so then all of a sudden they're just bumping, and he's like, I don't even understand. I think it would have been a little bit more funny if he just started kicking them one by one over the edge. I think that would have been more funny, in my opinion.
No, he just left. He's like,
But he just takes off, and one of them falls in. We didn't see it. He's still fucking flying. Still fucking flying. Axe is still flying. And this guy's like, oh, wait a minute. Axe is coming back?
That's
I'm
the
gonna
guy.
try it.
That's the
guy.
guy. All right, yeah.
Act. Is this guy related to somebody?
How's one guy with a jetpack faster than the entire squadron of TIE fighters that don't get there in time?
He left earlier.
Yeah, I know, but they should be able to catch up to him at this rate. Like, shit.
Can I ask you a question? Is this guy, have we looked up to see if this guy's related to anybody?
Why?
Because the
Got a
acting was
beard and
fucking
everything?
horrible. He had it. I thought he was some famous star because I was like, he probably said he liked Star Wars. It's bad.
Well, he has a
You know,
figure now, so his figure's coming out. So
He got
he's-
Yeah.
figured too.
He does have a
He's got to
figure.
be related to somebody. So then they get there and it's like, oh, hey, everybody get out of here. I'm going to take over.
Weather's
And the bad acting continues where the guy's like, well, really? What are you going to do? And I'm like, Jesus, he told you, just fucking leave. As good as the fight scene was, this was fucking stupid.
And
So
this
it's
is
like,
why I
oh.
thought the spies meant something. Like, oh, maybe Axe is actually not on the right side. Maybe he's going to do some shady business
'cause
up here.
He
Yeah.
gives him that like hard
didn't pay
stare
off
too
either.
as he leaves the bridge. Like,
Yeah.
oh, like this is some shady business you're pulling here. And then
He
One
just
other
sent
thing,
everybody
too, dude.
away and took the whole fleet under his control.
Yeah.
It also looks like Axe has been punched in the eyes and he's drunk as shit. Like if you look at just look at this here. He's like puffed up everywhere. It's like, dude, come on, man. Put your helmet back on. Let's go. All right, here we go. So they get everybody. Then they decide to fly to all the small ships because even though Axe flew all the way up, they're not going to fly down. They're just going to fly into the ships that are all
What?
sitting
I
there.
don't understand that. Flying to all the ships to fly down.
Yeah, I don't get it. You
Why,
could
were
just
why are the ships out there to begin with?
yeah,
I don't
said, why the
know.
ship's not in the hangar.
And this guy can't fucking land either because he like bumps his butt and then falls in and then finally picks himself up. They're like, all right, cool, let's go down. This is where I think if you wouldn't see this atmosphere stuff, Ruben, if you
hmm
were out of atmosphere.
Yeah, if they were out of it.
And they
True,
kind of
true,
see the
true.
planet back there. So
Mm.
and then you
Okay.
see him going down into the underneath the clouds. And I thought that was kind of cool. The transition was cool. I really enjoyed
Yeah.
that
How did they
transition.
pass
I liked it.
Yeah.
They
Huh?
passed all those ships. They didn't decide to take all those troop carriers out that they just passed. Like 2
They
They
didn't
didn't
see
see
him.
the clouds.
And the clouds
Oh, the
create. That's why they couldn't talk because of the
Cloud cover.
clouds.
Yeah.
JJ, if that's the biggest fucking disbelief you have to suspend in this fucking
If they,
episode,
if
son.
they didn't see
Yeah.
them, how
I-
did they not see them? You know what I'm saying? It goes both ways.
He
Well,
did make the
I know the clouds interrupt the instruments, and so
Hey, Blue
the
Beetle.
biggest issue that I had with this one is the ties are going straight to the actual Star Destroyer.
How they know
They're
where
not
it
ju-
was.
How do they know where it was?
They followed Axe.
Well, they knew where fucking Grogu and Mando was inside their base because apparently they had trackers placed on them somehow.
That's
right.
Metal Gear Solid map to show them where.
Yeah, and they color coded them too, so we know the difference.
True.
JJ 100% watch it. JJ, he does. He just calls out every little bad part about it.
That's it.
All right.
I'm not saying that I hated this episode, but don't take all the criticisms for that. It's just kind of fun to criticize sometimes.
Where the fuck did the bomber come from? Didn't he ask for a bomber, so they had to show it? They just showed a bomber all of a sudden?
Bomber was
No,
like earlier.
you saw the launch. They came out of the launch. I saw it.
All right.
Yeah. Plus,
There you
yeah,
go.
like you said, he did ask for them.
Mhm.
Yeah. So then they get whatever. He's like, okay, cool. I'm going to put up the animated system.
Their
And they
best
start
ship
shooting him.
gets destroyed.
Pew, 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 pew,
Yeah, all
pew,
that
pew.
time they spent spray painting that goddamn mythosaur on the bottom.
know, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
All right,
Sure.
and then we get that's part one. That's part
Oh.
one. So let's go to part two. Part two.
Marco's
All
trolling
right.
me to troll here.
What's that?
You're trolling me just to troll here with all these pictures.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So here goes part two. All of a sudden, they get past the red dooms of death, and we get Mando gets into the tanks. I did close ups of the tanks. It,
I'm
like
making
this one,
the perfect soldiers.
yeah,
60-year-old men.
yeah, right.
Nice.
I did
No
it. They do kind of look
mustaches.
like him in there. Yeah.
With no
do.
stashes.
What do you mean
He
they
has
kind of look
stash
like
in the
him?
video.
Oh,
No.
Dom's doing theory right here.
No, I heard this one too.
Clones.
Yeah, it was all over the
Moff
internet.
Gideon could not be dead, maybe because of the clones. Hey, who knows? Hey, listen,
He cloned
a
Gus
clone
Fring
can do
over
anything.
there.
Who knows? He didn't have a mustache. He had a
He
mustache.
dead. He's
Wait,
dead,
listen,
Dom.
he had a mustache when he got captured by the. Did he shave himself when he came
They
back?
made, what?
It's been a long time. Who?
You think that these idiots found that amount of detail? They couldn't even fucking figure out that you could have a guy fly up to fucking 80,000
I
feet
know.
without running out of gas.
Dom. He dead.
Oh, this is kind of good. I like it when he's like,
I
yeah,
have a
and then
cloning
the eyes pop
question. So
open.
Are the troops are clones too, right?
No, I don't think so.
No.
They said
No.
there was a
This was the
possibility,
first
but
batch.
they were
They
just
said
regular soldiers.
Yeah, no, actually
That's
they
what I
did.
was
Dom. I
thinking.
think Ruben, go ahead. I think you're 100% right on this.
I think he said this was the first batch of clones, but
Clones.
Yeah.
this one is force sensitive. These clones are
Yeah.
force
Yeah,
sensitive.
that's what
Supposedly.
but I thought the ones that he had already maybe were just non-force sensitive versions of him flying around in Beskar.
I think they would have popped the top on that. I don't know if that's true.
No.
I don't know. Whatever. Who cares?
That's,
All right,
that's
there you
how
go.
I read it. I thought these were but these ones are the force ones.
So then he blows it all up. And they get a flood. In the meantime,
He's
more
still
burning.
in the other room watching
Again,
Mando
this is why-
burn all the goddamn clones.
This is why
Yeah.
you go to your enemy and not let your enemy come
Yeah.
to you through
While
his
he
room.
goes, I'm gonna go after it. Gets him. Doesn't stop any of this, mind you. He just starts
But
blowing shit up.
he said he was going to.
I know.
We don't-
It made no sense.
Okay, but I'm gonna tell you guys something. If I had a clones of all Reuben and there was like 15 of them, there would not be a set of buttons that I would hit that make them just stop.
Yeah.
Or
Or
all the
this one.
water,
Self-destruct
all the
robot.
water
Or
coming
what
out.
Justin just said, putting your top secret science project in front of your
You
conference room.
don't have a
is probably not the
self-destruct
best
button
idea.
for your Reuben room?
Yeah.
Tell your
No,
wife she's right, Justin. Yins is
Is
right.
it some guy who's never seen the control panel or the cloning tubes can figure out how to work?
And hates technology. That's for your wife, Justin. And hates technology, mind you. He hates technology, but somehow does it. Right, I got it.
Knows it all.
All right, so they're flying back now just randomly so that they can go look at the fucking farm of the hungry,
Yeah.
which also didn't make sense. How the fuck are they starving hungry if they're fucking got food everywhere? Yeah, they
Yeah,
got
and there's
plants. They
all
said,
Okay.
no, they didn't just say plants, JJ. This Dusty, what's this Dusty
They
dude's
farmed
name?
it. They said
Dom,
they farmed it.
Pity Pete.
right?
Pity Pete.
No,
Skinny
Skinny
Pete.
Pete is the
Skinny
little
Pete.
guy.
Oh, Skinny
Okay.
Pete. They're both skinny fuckers.
No, but Skinny Pete's the guy from Breaking Bad.
From Breaking Bad, his character's name was Skinny Pete. That's why he's calling him Skinny
That's the
Pete.
dude from Maverick from
You
Top
said
Gun.
the dude. I didn't watch the fucking show, so I don't know what dude you're
All right.
talking
The
about.
one on the
The
left.
white
Black
dude
dude
is
is
from
from
Breaking
Maverick.
Bad. The
Whoa,
other
whoa.
guy is
the
from
white
Maverick.
dude is Breaking Bad.
Either way, both these skinny, dusty motherfuckers then go on to say, "Yeah, we got farms and shit down here. So why are they looking for food and so hungry? And they
Okay,
got
okay.
farms."
If you're eating plants for let's say 10 years, if someone's in front of you and you'll be like, "Do you have something else?
That's true.
Do you have some other food?" I'm
But
tired
they
of
have a
eating
lot of
trees.
beef they could kill too if they really wanted
Matt
to get
Damon,
some
you
you
meat.
got a
did
point.
one movie with potatoes.
I had to
Like,
eat salads all the time. I'm gonna be pretty upset,
Yeah, me too.
But,
especially
like,
if I'm built like DJ Qualls over here. And my arms
just
are
go
like
out there and kill one of those
goddamn-
beasts, and then
Yeah, kill one of those little. Yeah,
they're
kill
all
one of
over
those
the
little
place.
Yeah, they're fucking animals everywhere. All right.
You want
well,
them
anyways.
to eat the green guys? The little.
And there's also, hey, by the way,
Green
speaking of this water that was supposed to be
If
so
I'm
fucking,
selling the green guys, I'm taking green guys.
the water's
Normal
everywhere.
people
Man.
don't consider eating other people.
It's called
What are
a-
we doing?
Yeah.
What? How have we
Well,
lost
don't
the
have to
fucking
be
rails?
thankful that they don't eat them.
There was a point where this fucking show, or at least this dark side, had stayed on the rails years ago for 1 minute. This has never been the case today. All right, here we go.
Yeah, because
No.
we're having fun.
Yeah, it's a good time.
Living waters. Oh, there's more holes that they could just fly down. There's holes all over this bitch.
Well, listen, Mandalore is full
What
of
happens
holes.
when you bomb it for 10 years? It creates holes everywhere.
Yeah, but apparently they picked the right hole all the
And they
time. I
couldn't
don't know.
find the damn
true.
base. How are
And-
you covering up a base in all
That's
these
what I'm
holes?
saying. And then Bo's like, "Hey, you're putting it in the right hole. Come pick me up." So here we go.
Ooh,
Puts
yeah.
the helmet on.
In the right hole.
And then
God,
and
I
they
knew you were
fly-
going to go there.
fly out the
You did
hole.
not just say that.
And then she's super. Then she's.
I thought this was corny as fuck.
I'm sleeping on the couch tonight.
It's kind of cool. Everybody took out their weapons, fighting. The armor has her.
Oh, they didn't. She's the only
Not
one.
cool.
Let's
got
go.
tools.
This looks
What
like
about
Peter
my hammer
fucking
and
Pan.
tongs?
Yeah,
Yeah.
why are you going to
I
go
like
fly
this
into
game. I
battle
like
with a
this game.
goddamn a hammer and
No, but this is
tongs?
kind of cool to see this.
She didn't kick ass with
It's
it
not,
though.
it's not kind of cool. Kinda stupid.
I didn't put that in there because I thought Wayseeker would have been yelling about how I put every. Well, I did right
this
here.
is cool. The first
There
time
she
seeing
is.
this in live action. This
This
is
is
really
kind of
cool.
cool. This is cool. She got her hammer ready to go like Thor. And then all of a sudden
Thor.
she's swimming for some reason. I don't even know what the fuck she's
That's
doing.
Princess
but
Leia. That's Princess Leia from The Rise of Skywalker. The Last Jedi.
Last Jedi.
And the armor's head's limp and dead here. She got fucking knocked out, but who knows? So then he sees the whole plant, and he's like, "Wait a minute, he's been following us the whole time. Where could he possibly be? Oh, I've been waiting for you, even though I said I was going to come out there and grab you.
We'll get him. I've been sitting here waiting for you to destroy all my clones.
Oh,
Go
and
through
don't,
shut up.
every goddamn window frame force field that I had. I figured I
so
just wait. till
remind
you
me a
get
little
out
bit,
to it.
because I do have a clone theory.
We do
Yeah.
end boss fight here.
Yeah, so here we
On
go.
this video game. So
And then he's like, "Oh well, you know something? I'm going to shoot you." And he's like, "I didn't put my helmet on yet, so let me put my helmet back on after you shoot me in the
You gotta
face."
shot him in the head.
He did shoot him in the fucking head right here. Look where that blaster thing is. He shot him in the head. All right, so he puts his helmet on, and then they do this. I'm going to blast into you, and I'm not going to move anywhere. All right, I hate you, blah, blah, blah. Knocked you down on the ground. You're a wimp. Got it. But then, once again, he calls in these guys, which, why would you just finish them off? I didn't understand that.
No, they walked in. He didn't call them. They just walked in.
They walked in.
Oh, he beeped them. Whatever. I mean, he backed up enough for them to start attacking him. It wasn't
That was pretty cool. They really didn't could have got killed.
because they fucking
Could have
video
got
game
killed.
boss
That'd be
fighted
great
this shit.
setting
It was
right
levels
there.
going up through this
Yeah.
goddamn.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
could've.
now apparently they can't, I think it wasn't split last year because they threw that thing right through his front visor and it didn't do anything. So, and then they hit him in the back. And I think they're looking for the weak point on him. I
Yeah.
was surprised the backpack didn't blow up at this point.
Yeah, that should have happened.
And then they should
The
have
backpack-
killed him right there. I mean, that's the death blow, but it didn't work on him. And then all of a sudden, no. And then I'm going to back away. And then I'm going to. What is up with the droids have never moved faster in their fucking life than in these episodes. Have you noticed that? Like these aren't motions for like this droid sprints. What was the other one? The Clone Wars droid. Those big
Oh yeah,
ones.
the super one.
destroyers that just
Super
move
battle
like
droids,
this.
yeah.
Yeah.
Any
parkour
droid
through the
that
city?
any droid that only core moves all of a sudden got fucking kneecaps somehow and like hip placement. I don't know, dude, but it was crazy. So he's screeching through these, but then they get him down. And he's like, "Oh, what are we gonna do? We're gonna kill the fucking moneymaker." No, you're not. I'm gonna jump up
He
here
was jumping all over the place. That was funny.
This was good. This
on
was
the
good.
receded lighting that we kind of have for some reason. What do you mean this is good?
Yeah.
Wee, 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 wee.
He's
That
running
was
around. I don't know.
this was the only reason this was good is because Wayseeker's theory about like only people like this TV show only to see Grogu. Like this was good for that because then he like scooches around being cute.
It was cute. It was fun.
And he's like, "Oh, I guess I'm gonna have to destroy you, but you're on the ground, so I'm gonna give a speech, and I'm gonna just start burning you
Must have-
again."
I'm not big on like big time boss fights where they cut away repeatedly, and that's what they did here. It's like
They did this a
cut
lot,
away,
yeah.
Cut away.
Yeah.
Like every 30
Mhm.
seconds was a cutaway.
Everything was a cutaway. I tried to put it together, and then he kind of helps them up, which didn't make any sense. But here comes his savior.
Oh, of course.
Oh,
Well, you knew she had to fight him to get her
I got
redemption.
Darksaber. For what?
Dude,
That was
Yeah,
cool.
where did he
Actually
get
like
Gambit's
this.
goddamn bow staff?
I don't know, but I like this fucking thing. I thought it was pretty fucking badass.
Yeah, well,
The hot toy's gonna be hot when it comes out.
This is the least secure room if you can just fly into it, though.
Oh,
would
yeah,
be-
absolutely. The whole thing is
There's nothing
yeah,
above
what-
it.
We're all
my secret lair by like
full.
800 pass.
put it in any hole because there's holes everywhere. There's holes all over this place. So there we go. She flew through a hole. Now she's fighting him. And then we switch back to Grogu where they're finally like, yeah, because they had him surrounded. They're like, just cut this bitch down. So they did. In the meantime, Din's back and he's like, hey, don't beat that kid with your whip thing. And then he just comes through and just crushes them, samurai style.
Yeah, I got
Shoots
a
one of
question
them in
about
the
this,
leg.
So like, are they
Yeah.
wearing Beskar? Because how are they like
Yes.
repeatedly getting up after getting shot?
yes.
No, they
They're
had
not supposed to be
Beskar.
wearing Beskar.
They're not
Why are
supposed
they
to be wearing Beskar.
Well, some of them do have.
Is
that's
No,
that
why-
not
why it's
historically.
fucking Beskar now? Is that the deal?
No. I just think that they had Beskar, but they're like the prototype versions. I don't think the ones from the Rise of Skywalker do.
No, they're not.
Or-
Well,
prototype
and a
versions. This is
prototype means
literally
you're
requested
trying it
for
out to go to the
Ukraine
big
guards.
leagues. Why would you get rid of the fucking defense thing, the fucking Beskar? That doesn't
Because
make
they
sense.
lost the planet. Moff Gideon lost this planet. He was trying this
That doesn't
out.
mean that he doesn't
He-
have all the fucking best. Like,
The
yeah.
Beskar
Don't worry,
stayed
the
on the-
Minotaur is sitting on a freaking shitload of Beskar.
Yes,
There
the
you go.
resources of the planet. They
But
lost
also,
the
why
planet. Now
wouldn't
they
you
can't
give
do
the
it.
Beskar to these guys who are there on loan? They're not.
Yeah,
even
on
guys.
loan too. Like they built the suits already for him, and then he made him change.
Yeah,
He's
that
like,
could
go to
make
the changing room real quick. Well, who the fuck knows? There's holes everywhere. There could be changing rooms too.
There's
Okay.
holes in the story. What are you talking about? There you
Well,
go.
there's that.
It'd be a glory hole if they got in there to found some Beskar armor. All right. So
Why
fuck, I
couldn't it
can't.
be
I
armor
can't.
that's good enough to block a laser blast from his sword? It's not like we're talking about lightsabers here.
All right. So yeah. So these ends up shooting him. Then we flish back now to Axe, who decides to put his helmet on, and he's gonna put this big ship right in the middle of this big old hole, and he's gonna bury it in deep. And then all of a sudden, we get back to the Bo-Katan fight. Like JJ says, like I want to show this where it's
Also,
like,
how did he know how to get there?
He got lucky.
and how?
Axe?
Wait, hold on. The edges are dead, and somehow he was able to take this big ship and direct
So
it
who would know to
perfectly
be
into
that
the
But
easy?
proper
even
hole.
if-
even if he
Star
could
Destroyer.
direct it, how did he know where the base was?
Well, he
left-
flew
you
out of
He
the
left
base.
from the base.
This
He
is a
flew out of the
big,
base. He
massive
theoretically could
ship,
find the exact same place he flew out of.
and you had to find the perfect hole to fit it into, which is very hard because you're
Yeah,
above the clouds.
Sometimes it's
Big-
big. You gotta find a nice size hole to get it in.
What are you talking about, Dom?
God damn.
It doesn't matter. Everything had to go quiet for Dom to get that one out.
I picked a great day to come, by the way. Just so you know.
Either way,
Freaking
so
great
then
day
they-
to
so
be
then
I
here.
did not see this conversation going this way.
what are we talking about here?
Me neither.
Let's get back to Mando. So now they're fighting back. We get to see this cool, like the Darksaber fighting the bow staff, which is awesome. But then
It was-
this
it was
dumb
cool. It was like-
shit happens. Oh wow, the
Good
dumbest
job,
shit ever.
Marco. Good job.
Yeah, Skippy just fell. Moth says like I'm done with this fight, and he decides to just fucking break the lightsaber, which is
Good.
made out of,
Good.
which is made out of.
Beskar,
That's
That's
good.
good.
Mhm.
Yeah,
which should be impossible
Yeah.
to break and or
which
cut.
should be yeah.
There's rubber
Ooh.
bits.
Okay, no, but he didn't rubber bit it.
Now that's the
Your
fake
hand.
one.
The grippy bits.
That's that one from
Where the
Hasbro.
grippy bits.
The
were.
real one is put away someplace.
Yeah,
after
so
how
that,
they do the dark saber, I'm happy it's broken.
Do
I
you
don't
think
know,
it's coming back?
No, it's gone.
I
another
think it
razor
will.
crap.
Look at the
Okay.
face.
The
Look
one
at
with
the face.
Yeah,
Spider-Man
no,
was-
he did it on purpose so that
Technically
nobody can
saved
use it till he brings it
stolen.
back.
Well,
Now the
okay.
armor forged him a new one.
Yeah, well, didn't they also have that droid in the Ahsoka trailer that's like 1,000 years old that's probably been around
He's
when
been
that was
around forever.
made?
Yeah, but he inventories them.
Yeah, but he might know the schematics on it. I mean, they might be able to rebuild it.
That's not even how that's just gonna go. It's gonna probably be the
I don't
armor.
think-
Well,
I
I
think,
just
you know
found
what?
out that a lightsaber.
They've been
that
talking about it
survived
being a
for-
curse for a long time.
Who?
I- it-
That's not
a
what it
lightsaber that
is.
survived For
No, I'm just
1,000
saying that-
years gets destroyed
I'm
by a
just saying that
60-year-old man in a suit.
Yeah,
that
that
to
kinda
unite all the Mandalorians, you get rid of the dark saber, and you finally end that rivalry thing where
Oh,
they
I
all
don't
can
think-
become one.
Yeah, but
we'll
Dom,
see.
that
I'll
would
show
make
you
sense
something there that might lead to you believe that might not
Dom,
be the
that would make
situation.
sense if he did that in front of all the Mandalorians. Basically, his bow is going to come out of, yeah, that shit broke. When? When I was fighting that dude? When you guys weren't around? Yeah,
And
it
nobody saw
broke.
it break.
So yeah,
Again?
The guy has to start.
what's more likely,
Wait,
that
where's the dark
occurring,
saber?
or that Dave did this on purpose so nobody can write about it or use it till he gets back to using it?
No, I don't think that's it. I don't think.
Oh,
that's
100% that's what it is.
No, I don't
What
believe
about the
that
black
at all.
kyber crystals in it? Did you manage to pick those up? Nah, we just left that shit.
I
Yeah,
think
I
I
like what
think
Ryan's
the,
saying.
the Dark Saber storyline was done. It wasn't working, and Dave needed to get rid of it because if they're gonna have a future Mandalore, it needs to not be built on the Dark Saber. It needs to be built on something different.
But it's always built on.
You got the
something. Before it was
Mythosaur.
the dark
You got the
saber, and
Mythosaur
then
that's going to
it
be
was the
coming.
helmet,
They can
and
build
then
upon that.
It's always built on
That's too
something.
expensive to build a
They're a
combat.
weird tribalist society. That's what their whole thing is.
Yeah. It will be built on something, just not the Dark Saber. He
Well, you know
is
what?
gonna build on something.
Listen,
different.
Well, I
It's
mean,
not a saber. Wait, it's a mask. It's a helmet.
I do agree with Ryan, though. I think it should be the person that rides the Mythosaur.
Look,
I
I
don't
actually
think
think that she probably did pick up the broken Dark Saber, and they're going to keep the crystal maybe down the road. Who knows? But I think that story's gone.
Crystal in the battery
Damn
pack.
it, Blue Beetle.
The crystal's done. It's gone.
No, I guarantee you they'll bring it back somehow. I guarantee you.
Yeah, I'll give her I got the Dark Saber over here. I'll give her mine.
Somebody either magically saved it from the ashes of the thing, or like there's a like the Mythosaur's eye contains a crystal, and you have to.
So
Sure,
is the
there's
one
one.
true ruler of Mandalore going to come back with all of the MacGuffins that they can find? I've got the fucking dark saber. I got Mandalore, the Ultimate's fucking helmet. I got
Right.
goddamn. What else you guys want?
Yo, he's got a jacket.
I got it.
Yo,
I'm
he's got
riding
a
him at the
peacoat.
sword while I
He
do
opens
it.
the peacoat, and he's like, I got dark crystals over here. I got some Dark Sabers.
I don't know, man.
But, okay, but Tarvizel is the one who built it, and he was half Jedi, half Mandalorian. Isn't that what Grogu's going towards?
No, he's not
Yeah.
going towards Jedi right now.
Well, I mean, but he technically
started that
is
way.
half and
Yeah.
half.
No, he's a Force user.
Yeah,
He's not
Force-
technically
Well,
half and half.
yes, he could actually rebuild one if he wanted.
We don't
to.
need it. I just think the story.
I don't think. I agree. I don't
Oh,
think we need
I
it,
think-
but he could.
Yeah. I don't know.
I'll be very upset if they bring the Dark Saber back.
Good, you're gonna be
It's
very
gonna
upset
happen.
then.
It'll be the lightsaber, and it's just going to be a solid blade that's white.
In season 2, when he had this conversation with Grogu about the dark saber, let's give Grogu the dark saber. How are we gonna do that? I don't know. We'll figure it fucking out.
Figure it
Who
out.
cares?
You know how they're gonna do it? They're gonna have Gideon bringing it back.
He's coming back.
Gideon's
Clone.
not coming back.
He never left.
Gideon
He's
is
still a
done.
clone.
You guys didn't see
Gideon-
the back
Yeah.
room where he had one more clone.
No, it's on Navarro. Don't you guys remember? He left that open where he's like, "There's a lab on Navarro. What do you think's in those labs?" That's the way they put in all
He
these
blew
little
up-
things.
He blew up everything in Navarro in season 2.
No,
all gone.
there's still more stuff. There's always things.
What's her name's still alive too, so we don't know. Like,
There's 80,000 holes.
They're
Come on.
the Imperial broad that everybody
Yeah,
knows.
shut
is
up.
not everybody. The people were
No,
pointing out as
they're
being
moving
half.
on.
I'm pretty sure they
Gideon-
just write
Gideon's
broke it.
plots and forget about them.
Yeah, they could just do whatever they leave all this stuff so they could be like, yeah, I guess that's kind of what happened. They do it. We've
Gideon's
seen.
done. They're moving on. They
Yeah,
had
we'll
to get
see.
rid of him to move on to Thrawn.
So all of a sudden, there's a fire, there's a shot, and then he gets it right through the hole, blows it up. I was trying to get him, I couldn't get it where he jumps out the window, but then she decides to go. I'm gonna save you all with this tiny shield, and then
No, what makes me laugh is that the way he goes out. It's
What?
like, no.
Moff Gideon?
No, yeah, Gideon later, but she's gonna save him all. And then she's running without the shield, and then all of a sudden she gets down there and she's got the little shield, and it's covering. I don't even know what it's covering his hand. I don't fucking
his
know.
head.
I don't know what.
Well, the rest
No,
of
it's
the
not.
good of Beskar, he's fine.
Yo, he's standing
Yeah.
right there. He's standing right there.
And then he pulls the Michael Jackson Pepsi thing where he's like,
But let me ask you
"No!"
this. Could he have just got up and flew away?
Dude,
We
They
that's
would have
like-
to go. They would have to go through the tunnels because he can.
Yeah,
go
the
gate
hole is already jam packed full of exploding stuff coming
Yeah.
through it. So like, I mean, it's just like shooting everywhere.
Bill.
The hole is jam packed and full of stuff coming through it.
Yeah, I mean, just shooting. I mean, it is. It's got shit shooting all through it. So
Yeah, there's
What-
shit
I mean,
shooting
what are
in
you gonna
all of the
do?
holes.
yeah,
Yeah.
he's like plugged in there, and it's just spraying
This
down on
is the
top of
way.
him.
This
So-
is the way.
That's the way. Hey, so let me get this straight though. Axe Wolves gets this kill, right? Because he's the one that killed Moff Gideon.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, technically, you're
Just-
right.
Technically, right?
Technically,
So he has to-
he can
so
go
he
back
has to
down
do-
there and pick up the piece
Axe
and be like,
Axe can't win a battle unless he
mine.
flies a ship into it.
It's,
but
it's,
he's
techni-
getting it
hey,
down
it's technically Gideon did win in defeat because he got the light.
Right,
He was the last
so-
one to touch it. Technically,
Axe-
Axe is in charge. He
Axe is
redeemed
in
himself.
charge.
And by the way, for those people that think this version's still alive, I slowed it down and lightened it up. This is what's left of him, is that foot catching on fire. So red line right there. So this Gideon is not going to be around
one
anymore.
He's in
arm and
armor.
torso.
Fine.
No, I'd looked through it. This is the last
He was in
shot.
Yeah.
special
He showed
armor
us
too.
how to
Remember,
treat-
it was making like robotic noises, like he was RoboCop when he was fighting.
Yeah, because he had
He was like Iron Man.
Yeah, the Iron Man type of thing.
They did like a Darth Vader type shit with him too. It's stupid. All right. But then, yeah, she's still got the shield, even though he's using the Force. And she's like, wait, my shield
That's
did
true.
protect us all? Like, what the
AOA's
fuck?
got a point. He went out the same way in Breaking Bad.
Did he?
It's true.
He did.
I didn't see it.
Well,
yeah,
Dave's not original.
Oh, it was a Star Destroyer instead of an old man in a bomb.
That's
Wheelchair.
just two. So here comes up three.
Oh,
Plug it
that's
in.
Right, we got a whole third one.
Whole third one.
Third act.
So then, of course, this dipshit didn't get fucking blessed with the holy waters. So,
No, he is.
huh?
We're
Is
gonna throw the Kanan reference there.
Oh, how he saved it? No, I wasn't going to do that. It's the same shot. No, I said he's not original. Neither is
Yeah.
a shot. Yeah, he's saying like Kanan when Kanan saved the rest of the rebels to hold off the gas tanks blowing
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
Okay. No, we weren't doing that. But
Well, he
thanks.
did that, remember he did that in the first season with the Flame Trooper?
Yeah,
But
it was still after Rebels.
Kanan's not strong enough to keep it from blowing him up. So
But 50-year-old Grogu who's a baby.
again,
Yeah, once again. All right, so here we go. She's gonna bless him. Oh, here we go. Dump some water on his head. And then of course Din's like, here, let's throw this little kid in the pool too. Then they have some weird ass rules. And they're like, yeah, but he can't speak, but then I can adopt him. And I'm his dad. Oh shit, I think I've heard that before. He goes, I'm his dad. And then there he goes. And she's like, okay, cool. And then he looks down and he's like, hey, I smell something that's just farted. And then we get to see the Mythosaurus. And
Well, listen,
then
he
it's
said,
like-
well, yeah, his name is Din Grogu now. Remember that? Yeah, tell him Din
Yeah,
Grogu.
but why?
because he's trying to do a nod to Japanese culture.
Yes. But
I
did
mean,
anybody else find it weird that a 50-year-old got adopted by like a 40-year-old?
Yes, I do.
No, that's kind of like the Spanish community.
Well,
that
that
they have
is
it-
like the easiest adoption process ever.
It's kind of like some
like-
communities,
well,
communities with a baby, where you have a kid that's older than his aunt. Sometimes in some families, so it happens.
Okay.
Wait, did I miss the whole discussion over the name? Or we're not going to do that?
No.
No, it's because he just wanted to give a. It's not a hard argument. It's Dave was giving a nod to Japanese culture.
Yeah,
because
that's
you
not
know with
Japanese culture, Din would be the last name. It'd be the
right.
surname.
That's why it's
surname.
Din Grogu.
Yeah,
Wait, no,
But why-
that's not.
So this whole time we've been.
Yeah, no, that's
why
not
wouldn't
Japanese.
anybody
That's
else-
Chinese culture. Where the
Chinese,
last
whatever.
name is-
Wait, why wouldn't anybody?
No,
else
no,
in
it's in
Mandalorians
Japanese.
Be their first name would be their
No,
last
it's
name. Right?
Chinese.
So why wouldn't it be Crazy Bo-Katan?
hey, he just adopted a kid by saying, "I'm his dad now."
I'm
Okay,
gonna do that now. I'm gonna go out the street. Go. That's my kid right there. I
dude,
got
don't
him.
do that, Dom. Don't
Dom,
do that.
Dom,
They will arrest you for that.
No.
You get fucking come around in a panel van with ice cream going. That's my
You're going
kid.
to prison.
You're going to
You're going
jail.
to prison.
We're going straight to jail.
No,
Do
I'm just
not
saying,
do that.
if that's that easy, do that.
No, Dom, it's not. Do
my
not.
child.
Please
I
don't.
know. I know.
Please
I
don't.
just find it odd
Yeah,
that
it's
he's
all
the only
inconsistent
Mandalorian
anyway. I
walking
mean,
around
you
where
got
his
the
name is-
Fets and the
his
Ren,
surname's in front of his actual.
but then you got the Pazes. So it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's stupid. Yeah, I got it.
None of it
But
makes
thank
sense.
you.
It's all
Thank
right.
you.
Yeah, no, you just have to put this to disbelief.
Look, Blue Beetle.
All I'm saying
Blue
is
Beetle's
it's a
gonna do
Chinese
something.
thing, not a Japanese
There
thing.
you go.
Chinese last name first, like Yao Ming.
FBI open
Dom
up.
just
Who's that? Hey, who's that dude? Is it Chris Hansen? Chris Hansen's about to come over to Dom's. Hey, can I talk to you something, Mr. Boba Fett, real quickly? My
Yeah,
name's
Have a
Chris
seat.
Hansen.
Sit
Is
down.
that the
Sit
guy's
down.
name?
Have a seat.
Yeah, have a seat.
Look at Joe. Joe wrote.
What? Dom. Oh,
Dominant slave owner.
Yeah.
he opens up the door. Hey, do you have a dad?
Hey, I
I'll
got
be
some
your dad.
ice cream. Let's go.
he's got. Don't worry, he's gonna have slave Leia painted all over it.
Yeah. 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 While he's telling kids, you're my son now. Oh, that's going to go well.
Yeah.
What's the
Hey,
therapy
if Dom
cost
goes to
on
jail, Funko will
this
go bankrupt.
adoption
They went
story?
Oh my
bankrupt.
god.
How'd you get adopted? Well, you see, there was this one guy, Warner Herzog, who wanted to kidnap you and clone you and everything else. And, I just kind of decided that, well, maybe not. And then killed a bunch of people. And,
We're good.
Then eventually some weird lady in front of a baptizing thing said, what are you going to do? And I said, well, he'll be my son. What the hell?
Yeah. What the hell? He'll be my son. What the fuck
There
is
you go,
that?
what the-
Well, also, what happened to his big old speech about, well, oh, I follow you, I follow your honor, all that shit? Oh, we're done here. Cool. I'm going back to hang out with Carl Weathers. See you.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think that's just a setup for season 4.
Peace.
It is.
So then the Olympic torch,
back where we were.
then the Olympic torch goes around, and we start making our last laps to set the Olympic flame up, and hands it off real quickly. This is very reminiscent of Clone Wars. All of a sudden, she gets it. She lights the flame and it turns blue. Okay, cool.
They're ready
now,
to grill. All right.
Here's what I'm gonna say. You see all these people giving the salute, much like Clone Wars. They bring in the scrubby mubbies. You get the little kid. You get, there's Boba Fett. You get a bunch of this lady with no hair. You get Axe's back screaming, ah! And then you get the wrestler. Yeah.
Where's
But
little
you know who-
Bella?
Right here, but right next to him. He's adopting him. He's now his
that's
son
right.
because
There
he
you
pointed
go.
at him and goes, "You're my son." There's one person you do not see salute him at all. I went through all the clips to try to see it. Where the fuck's the armor?
Wasn't she on the stage?
She handed it off to her,
And then she walked away.
and then she walked away.
She might be on the same
continuity here.
I don't know, guys.
She just on the other side of.
Find that the dark.
I actually pulled this up to see if she was there because there's a lot like recast. Like I was looking to see where is she over on the side? Is she on this side?
Isn't she
She in
right
the
there? The
middle?
like literally behind the forge.
I think she's
Like,
behind
I
the
see
forge
something-
there.
Yeah,
I think that's her.
I don't know because I clipped around to that side and they didn't
They're
show
right
it.
there. I see her.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's,
we all
if you
see it
zoom
right
in
here.
on the forge, it's,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
between the
Where?
couple of things.
She's between the two blue.
That's
Yeah.
not her. No,
Yeah.
that's-
Regardless,
no, right here.
I
That's not
think
her.
the point is though, even if that is her, we're still not seeing her salute.
She doesn't salute.
She could be standing there just like.
I think Marco's reading into something.
He
Like
might
wants
be. He
to.
might
I might be.
But
I
all my
might be.
point
I
is,
might be.
we don't see it. We don't see it.
Or we could just comment on how overly enthusiastic Axe is. And that.
Oh wow!
Well, he's got his hole wide
Who's
open,
gonna
ready
kick
to
my
go.
ass next?
Yo, he sounds like he's singing opera.
Oh, Ragnar's over there like nonplussed about it. He's all like, "Yeah,
Yeah, he's like, whatever. He's like, my dad's dead.
my
My
dad's
dad
dead." Nobody said a thing about my dad being dead. This whole
I
time.
know. No one brought up in honor of his dad.
Hey guys,
Yeah.
where's my dad?
His name got added to the song, and then that's it. That's all he needs.
He's like, all this fucking cloning. You can clone my dad back? Jesus. All right.
But you gotta
Yeah,
love
so then
Sasha
you know.
Banks. You gotta love Sasha Banks' expressions on her face the entire time.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
I didn't get another line in this
God,
one.
Dog, you were way too obsessed.
Yeah.
I
Like,
love
she
Sasha
did not
Banks.
get
I love
another
her.
one. All right, so but another person that didn't salute is Mando. He's off with his little son now, and of course they're flying back here. Goes through the door. Hey, guess who could make one last cameo? I don't just put people in here to make cameos, do I? Oh no, the executive director.
They actually
Right
did
back
do a
here
good
with my
job
hat.
here. I get they have a cameo here, but they did not put cameos in this last episode, really, which was really nice.
He's right. No, yeah, Way Sticker's right. They didn't do anything that they could
Yeah.
have.
Okay, whatever. We'll still give him pass because I like the guy in the center.
Yeah, I mean, this
Both
is
us
like
good.
nonsense care. Who cares about this?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not like
Yeah,
they did something
he's
Well,
been
the
there
two
before.
directors in the background. the two
Grogu's
directors-
eating more than Brad Pitt. This is just a thing now. So there we go. He's eating some, looks like Cheetos and cheese curds. So
I'm saying like Brad Pitt in Ocean's
Bet
11.
people don't
Yeah,
wash their
he
hands
does.
before they eat those things off the bar.
yeah, that's disgusting. That stuff just they'll give you the
Sapper
shits.
Wolf did not wash his hands.
Anyways, then we get to see the helmet. We all know where this is going. He's like, "Hey, dude, you should come and do some stuff for us." And by the way, isn't it?
Real quick,
Yeah, go ahead.
remember like the conversation in the first episode? Oh, parts will be super hard to find for this thing. Oh, it just happens to be sitting on a shelf, like not very far from here.
Yeah, it's a fucking trophy at the bar.
Yeah,
But you know what's
Absolutely.
funny? Now, actually, they've been showing the heads in all the bars. You know, like when you go to a bar, you have like the head in the background, so kind of like foreshadowing about the head itself.
Yeah.
You know,
There's
point is, the
Cannon
part
Hat.
doesn't seem that rare if it's just there.
Yeah.
It's still a little weird to be just putting people's heads and helmets up on your wall.
John,
This ain't like
what-
they're hunting animals. These are
hey,
other
John,
species.
I'm okay with being wrong. I don't have a problem with being wrong. I'm just letting you like this is not the end of Mando's. This is not the end of any of that stuff. I don't think the Mandalorian stuff is done. I don't think that is at all done. I don't think any of this is done.
No,
you
but they
can
wrote
call-
it in a way that we could pause for a bit.
Yeah, they're giving it a pause. Yeah.
Yeah, everything
I-
is like time out.
I was right about the son aspect of it and the father aspect because all apparently you need to do is go, I'm his dad, and there you go. Family it is. Insto family. Here we go.
Well, what do you
There's a
want him to
helmet
do?
there.
Fill out paperwork?
You're only.
I don't fucking
You don't
know.
go
Because you're
50.
saying
You don't need to. You
out
don't
of
need to
town's
fill
gonna be
out
mommy.
paperwork for a 50-year-old.
At least
Yeah.
a Notary Republic or something.
Yeah, some shit. Well, he's 50. He doesn't need anything. You need to kick him out of your house.
Well, he's like
Is he bummed?
53 now because it's a couple of years later.
It's
Come on.
true. Yeah, he is. He is like 53.
So then Grogu's apparently
Maybe
interested in
55.
the helmet, and then there we go. Did you see the other scrape marks on the shit? I did that on purpose, but I got distracted on the stormtrooper helmet. It's pretty cool.
Mhm.
Oh, the
Anyways,
skid marks?
No, it was like
The
scrape marks,
scratch
somebody-
marks.
Scratch marks, yeah.
Yeah.
So he's like, hey, instead of getting actually, this is dumb. Instead of getting actually paid, we'll just take a droid head.
But that's for the first, right?
That's a down payment.
At first,
Oh,
yeah.
we'll see. Which then would lead into, I'm saying this because apparently I'm the only person who takes a pen and paper out and asks people their opinions and uses a clipboard. There's a lot of people that thought this was the end of the show. There's no more Mandalore story.
Because
The
they wrote it
Mandalorian.
that way. Like it
There's
looked
no more
that way.
Mandalorian.
because
Yeah.
seemingly written that way. Yes.
And I was like, this is
Favreau has already said season 4 is already completely written. So
Yeah.
like, either
Right.
Favreau's lying or
well, he does have a tendency to lie too. So, anyways, they get the head, they go back here, we know exactly what's gonna happen. And he's like, oh crap, that's oh yeah, we're gonna show these little guys too, because we gotta sell more toys of weird looking
baby.
creepy. Do they not remind you of the Quizno spokespeople? Remember that
Holy
little
shit.
Quizno thing?
And they do now.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was like, what are you talking about? Oh yeah. Okay.
Whatever
The
the,
thing
hell
that
those
killed
Quiznos
Quizno.
creatures were, they're trying to
Yeah,
sell
the
me a
Quizno
sandwich.
creatures. And then he's got to do paint job 2. Now he's red. Okay, cool. He's got the matching colors to Grief, and he is now in charge of this area as the peacekeeper. I hope we do not see a fucking movie with him as the peacekeeper and Grieva running around.
I told you that's a Taika Waititi movie. Is gonna be him.
Yeah.
It's IG-11 in directing.
Please don't. And then we
I
get
think
the
that
whole.
part was kind of weird. I thought that he should have just, all right, we got the droid. I thought he's gonna keep it around the house with them. Like, why did he make him the
As a
sheriff
babysitter.
of all of Navarro? And why the hell is one town the whole planet?
By the way, also too, well, this is why all this right here, I think, is setting up that they still do have a couple clones here. I don't think. I mean, maybe not. Who knows? Because this shit doesn't like.
they're not setting anything up.
I don't think
You're
it's
right.
that.
They don't set a lot up. They just
If I was
fucking
one of
fly by the
townspeople,
feet of the.
I'd be like, "Hey, this is like our 5th marshal in like 2 months. Like, what the hell's going on?
What the hell's going on? We had the hot one. I don't know what happened to her. She must have said something wrong. Now we have a droid.
Now we got a droid. I thought this
Now
guy
you
was
got droid.
thought he was the centerpiece of the fountain in the middle of town square. Now he's our
That-
fucking
Now
sheriff.
he's all
Fountain
Martian.
come to life.
I don't know if they even did that. Yeah, I mean,
of that like thing in episode 1 where his programming reverted and he went berserk.
you can't
That won't
strike.
happen. No problems at all.
I don't think they let anybody else touch the script besides these idiots, so I don't think you can strike if you're also the management. Anyways, but then they do this old shot of every fucking. I mean, this is straight out of Coruscant and every Western.
The
Like,
screen wipe was the corniest thing I've ever seen in my life.
oh, when they did this.
Oh, man.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You feel like you're watching Butch and Sundance.
Well, no, they also did it in Star Wars too.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
after I Do Hope. But yeah, I was talking to Jedi about this too, and I was like, you know this is like every scene where the guy goes out to pasture, and then the next thing you know, somebody comes out and blows up his house or shoots at him, or a cow dies, or Unforgiven happens, or
Yeah, one last job.
one last time.
Unforgiven happened. So wait, a hooker will be
killed. They had a lot of big things going into holes in this episode, so we don't know. Okay,
But you know what?
Number 2,
They could be
also
setting that up with all the golden
You're
showers
going
going on in the
free.
comic books. They could be setting
dead
that up.
or alive. I
No,
want
it
it.
ended. The little black, they had the circle going Grogu like a, and that's all, folks. Looney Tunes.
Well, they did that in New Hope too. At the
Maybe it
end.
was just a sniper scope taking aim.
Did they do it at the end of Empire too? I think they did it at the end of all the Star
No,
Wars.
not the way like that. No, really.
Yeah, they
It
did.
didn't- It didn't stop.
It didn't
It just-
stop. It closes. It
Yeah,
closes
it
in New
closes.
Hope.
Yeah,
Also,
no, they've done that
Cargo,
kind of
you
white.
give
On all the-
out
on all the
parcels
Star
of
Wars
land
movies.
to people. Does anybody else notice that? Remember when the whole Mandalorians were kind of supposed to like have that parcel and take care of them, and then they all ditched on them. So now
Yeah.
it's just-
Yeah.
They got a whole planet now. They don't need it.
Regulators bound up.
It's all Dins. He gets to be Mando.
Yeah.
Can't
He's
call him
so
Mando
happy.
if you have a whole fucking town of Mandos.
No,
They
remember
already
this is all
volunteered
about
to
all the man. It's not about Din. It's about all the Mandalorians.
Oh, that's
remember?
right.
It's not about Din. It's all about all the Mandalorians. So
Mhm.
So good. I mean, I know that but you will hear people when you talk to them. They do think this is the end, and I can see why, because they do this little thing and they get Grogu eating a shirt.
And the lack of post-credit scenes,
didn't
like
need
that's
it.
also, I think, helped people think it's the end.
Yeah, I don't think we need it. No, I agree 100%. Well, also too, it does
I
put.
said eat it. I thought you were saying he didn't eat the frog.
Oh, I thought that was like his pond. I thought that's his pond of like food. I think he's gonna
No,
eat it
he was
all,
just
right?
playing.
I thought he was gonna do like his own brand of training. Like he's moving the frog around to focus
Yeah, he's
gonna love
his
it.
ability to use,
Oh,
since he's
he's a
gonna
psych-
need to be using it now.
He's a psychopath then, because because the next thing he's gonna do is eat that thing or dissect.
I
it.
hope he
No,
becomes a-
we didn't
I hope
see him
Grogu
do that. He
becomes a
could have
Sith.
just been playing with
Grogu
it.
becomes a Sith, a Dark Lord down the road, and everything that he learned, all the fighting and all the stuff that he's seen in front of him, messes his mind up, and he becomes the ultimate killer. There you go.
There you go.
And Din has to put a stop to it.
No, he kills Din.
He
Oh
kills
my
Din, so he's Frankenstein.
Fuck this.
Yeah, but Joe, he already said it's already written. He says it's already written, so I think that kind of takes care of that. It doesn't matter either way.
Going back to the adoption thing, it is a little weird though.
The whole thing's stupid, yes, but who cares?
I'm not even getting into the whole fact of okay, he's 50 and all that. I'm just starting to think back now. I was like, he actually was like, okay, Grogu, let's roll. Like we're fighting together.
T.
You're
Jones,
coming
we
with me.
agree.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
Since he fought with the Praetorian guards and Grogu was able to assist with that fight and against Moff Gideon, I think he saw Grogu more powerful than what he believed.
Yeah, but my point is, you wouldn't have to adopt him. You could. We're
I agree. It's
partners
supposed to be
now.
cute, John.
Well, I think
get
he
it.
had to adopt him, or he couldn't go through
Yeah.
with.
He
couldn't
take him.
speak,
He couldn't take
remember?
him away. He couldn't take him
Yeah,
away from.
it's
Would have
Yeah,
been
yeah.
cool.
Mandalorian
It would have been
culture.
cool if the whole closed, and then all of a sudden Grogu goes through it. He goes, "That's all, folks."
So I will say this: going forward,
the way.
assuming there's no time skip or anything, they probably have time. But like going forward with the character of
Not
Grogu,
anymore.
I think it's going to be a problematic deal of the fact that like eventually they're going to have to like age him out of this like complete baby phase.
Yeah.
right.
They should.
No, they don't.
They don't have to.
They're just gonna kill him off like they did the Darksaber.
They're not
and
going
like
to
they
kill
did.
him off.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what I'm
come
saying.
on.
You wrote
I mean, like,
you were
I'm
fine
saying-
when you just wrote him off. He's with Luke. What happened? Doesn't matter. He's with Luke. Something
with
happens
Luke.
eventually. They took that away. Now they're gonna have trouble finishing this story.
You know, it was really funny when the episode was over. The first thing I thought of was George Lucas, and here's why. I heard him say one time in an interview that talking about his 6 movies. He said, "Luke is not the hero of the story. Anakin is. Luke is the catalyst to keep the story moving forward." And I thought, oh my God, in all of Dave Filoni's work, if you go back to Clone Wars, go back to Rebels, if you go back to The Mandalorian, Book of Boba Fett, there's a story that we want to follow, and then there's a side quest of somebody else, and then they come back. They're the catalyst to keep. So Bo-Katan was the catalyst to keep the story moving forward in this one. Same thing happened in Book of Boba Fett. Same thing happened in Rebels, and I'm thinking, that's his formula. You have somebody, you have a teacher and apprentice that you want to follow, and then something else happens, and you're like, okay, we have to follow this to come back to this. So season 4, it's going to be Din and Grogu by themselves.
No, it's not. It's gonna be the same thing that every episode is: side quest, side quest, side quest, side quest, side quest, side quest.
Yeah.
2 episodes where it's not side quest. That's all they do. It's the same
That's
shit.
fine.
They've
That's
done-
what the show is. That's what
Yeah,
it's
that's what it's
always
gonna
been.
do.
What?
There's
How does
nothing
it
wrong with
end?
that. That's what the show's been.
Yeah.
But you kind of ended up right back where you were
JJ.
at the end of season 1. Like, there's not a lot of difference.
I don't think he
Minus the
cares
quest
about
that he's
that.
gonna go
I
back
don't
and
think he
find it.
cares that they're back where they are.
Yeah, he doesn't care. He wants to redo. He just wants to keep getting back to that point so he can do it again and again. And he's not going to. They're not going to age up Grogu because. Could you imagine what that's going to look like?
Not good.
Well, the whole thing is how are you going to get rid of him though? There's got to be an end.
There won't be an end.
Resistance.
Dave doesn't ever finish a story. It works well. It'll just be a story that just stops.
Yep.
So he can pick it up 20 years
story
later.
We'll have to address what happened to that dude. What happened to that Grogu?
I
Oh,
actually.
man.
Well, they're going to lose all their fun marketing money too when they can't make like
Well,
baby Grogu toys.
You gonna show up and help
No,
Ray
because
15 years in the future and create this new Jedi Force? Hey, look, who's this guy? My name's Grogu.
The star.
Well,
I want
it's all-
Grogu with a
He's got a
starter
goatee
mustache.
now. He's
Look
a
at
tough
that
guy,
face.
Grogu. That's
Starter
what he
mustache.
does.
Well, they manufactured him as the child, then they manufactured him as Grogu. Now they can manufacture him as Din Grogu, and then he'll be Master Din Grogu one point, or Mandalorian Din Grogu, and it's just going to keep going. So that way they can just keep
But he's
We're
always
gonna keep
I
buying
think
those
there's
things.
We've had this conversation before. I don't know if we've had it on the show or not, but there's a certain section of people that watch it specifically for baby Grogu,
Yeah.
and that certain section is not going to follow the show into like adult weird Jedi.
Yeah, they don't want to
Grogu.
fight. No, they don't want that at all.
No.
No, they're. I mean, we do believe that the next episode that's gonna or next season.
Why? You don't
is
think
gonna
they're
be,
going to replace? When Gary Coleman got too old, well, we'll bring in Sam. Oh no, Rudy's too old. Well, let's bring in Raven Simone then. They'll bring in a new Grogu.
Nah,
Well,
they got
It
Webster.
works all the time.
You got Webster. Webster came after.
I mean,
So
this
if
thing-
you-
the show can end with Grogu saying his first word, and then getting
Yep.
officially
Then we never
baptized.
figure out what happened. So yep.
And that's it, right? He finally says a word, and everybody freaks out. Oh my God, what's his first word? And then the
That
show
would be
ends.
horrible.
That's
Yeah.
that's probably what's gonna happen.
Probably was gonna
I
happen,
can
but
see
it's
that
gonna be horrible.
happening.
Yeah.
At this
This
point,
is
you
the
can see
way.
that happen.
That's
What's
the
going to
reason.
happen is he's going to run one more. He's going to run one more season, and when the one season, depending if it does, if it does similar numbers to this or whatever, he'll keep it on for another season. If it starts to take a large dip, people from the get go don't start watching it, like happened with, it all depends on how many people are going to keep being turned on by the first episode. If they lose a large chunk again going into the first episode, that's watchers that aren't coming back. They're not going to be there. They're never going to come back, right? So if that happens, then yeah, they'll finish it up. He'll do what he did with Clone Wars. He'll do what he did with
What
everything
I
else.
think is kind of funnier though is I think they've turned Pedro they turned him into a voice actor because you don't have to
Yeah.
be here.
Yeah.
You don't have to be there no more. We don't.
He wasn't there the whole season, right?
No,
He wasn't there the entire season.
But you didn't need to be.
You need to be.
He was doing the other things.
which
Yeah.
he's fine. Which he's fine with.
And the
He's
thing
got
that
other
sucked the
stuff
most,
going on.
no Boba Fett.
I know, Dom. Sorry.
Oh, sorry, Don. We were hoping for you. We really were crossing our fingers going.
I
Don, we
really,
hope he's
know,
gonna
I
do
know
it.
you
I'm really glad they didn't do Boba Fett, but I was
Me
sad
too.
for you because they had a chance to bring Boba Fett, but 4 minutes in when Mando got freed, I'm like, oh, I'm glad Mando got freed, but there goes chance to get
Oh,
Boba
see,
Fett.
I could have seen him at the end. If they actually unified all the Mandalorians, I think we would have seen it at the end.
If they would have
They
put
have,
Boba Fett in this, it would have been just why.
Well, I think they would
Well, they
have
had a
because it would make
crime
sense at the
underworld
unification.
Well, they have
Run.
the artwork they show at the end of like the Mandalorian cards, the TV shows that they show the artwork. There's one artwork they have Boba Fett holding Grogu up like this, and he's on one of the Mandalorians. So I don't know if that's going to be later on that he becomes.
They're
part
going to
of
do the
what-
Lion King apparently.
Yeah,
No, I think that was supposed to be. I think that was supposed to be Mando holding him for the dipping after he gets anointed.
emotional
Because
arc.
of the time.
But it looked like Boba Fett.
Everything
I
looks like Boba Fett to you.
No,
Yeah, yeah.
Well, you see, look, now think about it. I don't think we're gonna get any more stuff until later on. The only thing I can wait for is comic books. That's about the only thing I'll probably get.
With what?
I don't think you're.
For
No,
Boba
I
Fett?
don't know. Oh, for Boba Fett or
For
for
Boba Fett, you mean?
No.
The only thing I can see him coming in is he might show up in Bad Batch season 3.
He's not showing up in Bad Batch. He's
He'll
not.
show up next season in Mando.
Yeah,
Because they're going to do the side quest. He's going to stop by there.
But I
He's
don't
gotta
think it's
stop.
coming out next year. 2025, I think it's coming out. I don't think you're gonna have good Mandalorian season.
Probably not with the writer's strike. I
Yeah.
don't think it's. I think the writer's strike is going to make it to where 2024 is probably not possible. That's okay.
For
Also,
what?
don't-
Boba
don't-
Fett?
We got
to be
2
fair,
shows coming out in
Boba can
2024.
go-
I'm, wait, hold on. Wait, Seeker, I'm lost. Are you guys talking about Book of Boba Fett 2?
No, Boba
No.
Mando
Boba
season
Fett
4
show-
coming
Oh,
out.
man,
Season
season
4.
4 is not going to come out till after the movie, probably.
2025.
Or maybe 25. Yeah, it could come out in 25.
Yeah, but we also don't need to see Boba's face. Like they can just do the same thing. Like
But
No,
I
they
think that's
will
why.
show Boba's face for whatever reason.
Or-
I think that's why they gave. I think that's why they
Old
gave the
man
break
body.
there. I think that's why they did that soft ending to all the storylines because it left like every storyline there was left open. The Mandalorian storyline was left open. The Mythosaurus storyline was left. I mean, they purposely showed you him looking down at the Mythosaurus to tell you that storyline's not closed. They purposely told you that the Din storyline is not closed because he went in there and made a deal. The
well,
New
at
Rangers
the
of
same
the
time, they
Republic.
left it at a point where you can walk away and just say,
Yeah, walk away, dude.
You
I
can
got
imagine
a
what
text.
happens with that.
I got a
story,
text as
you
soon
know?
as
It's
yesterday
not to
telling
do it.
me. Yeah, I got a text as soon as yesterday telling me like, "Oh, it was really cool. I like that they wrapped everything up. That was a great way to end Mandalorian, the Mandalorian." And I was like, "Yeah, till season 4." They're like, "Oh, there's no season 4. They wrapped everything up." I'm like, "No, yeah, but they didn't." And I think that's it. I think they did it for so that people, when they hear, I think what they're trying to do is get people excited for when it comes back because I think everybody knew that season 3 was coming, and they waited so long they just got bored with waiting, which is something that we
don't have to. They come back whenever they come to wait.
They can come back whenever they want now, and we'll see how that works. I mean, I think we were going to see how that works because if you look at it, because of JJ, and thank you JJ for some of these discussions we have, because a lot of the times I go back to look at stuff to see even with the trending of how streaming trends, right? And one of the biggest things I went to look back is we were talking about the dates for season 3 and the start off periods and everything else. And if you look at any series, there's only one series that in this era of streaming, and I'm saying the era of streaming, not the first season, but like the pandemic and era and everything else, there's only one show who's actually had more positive traction going on than coming back. All of them had drastic go, and because of the time limit of a year or 2 years, and the further you get away from it, have an even bigger drop off for the start period. Do you know the one show that didn't have that happen? Stranger Things. It's the only one. It's Stranger Things. It got more and more popular as it went on. Every other show's always had a drop off of similar percentage wise, and I think they're trying to figure that out. And they've said it. They have not been shy. They have said, "What?"
That's why a lot of streaming shows don't last that long. Like, I mean, you don't have like streaming shows that go on for 7 seasons. You know,
let me ask
you,
that's
like 2 or 3.
And
that's what they have been pretty upfront about this, saying even though we've gotten some things right with streaming, we still haven't figured it out yet. Which I think this is just another way for them to try to figure out for season 4 and see if they can tie that movie in there.
Do you think like if you don't get season 4 anytime soon, like 2025, do you think that year gap they'll make the comic book of his past?
No,
never gonna make his comic book.
They're not gonna do anything
Grogu?
new.
No, the comic of Mando when he became a bounty hunter.
No, they might do season 3 in the comic book form.
Did you miss
anybody else tell a story?
Did you miss the whole point where we said Dave's not letting anybody tell a story about him at all for no reason?
Great.
For no reason. That's not. They're not going to
anybody touch it. Don't touch it. It's mine.
Yeah,
don't touch it.
Dude, Thrawn isn't even his. Thrawn is not Dave's, and look what they did to that. We've been waiting
yet.
Yeah. We don't know. We haven't seen it yet. Let's wait.
Yeah, we don't know what he did yet.
No, they have. What I'm saying is they made it so that the last 3 novels didn't come out. Because if you think Timothy doesn't have those ready, he pretty much has hinted that he has.
He says he has ideas. But again, he needs to see where Dave's going with it.
No, but JJ, I'm saying like you got the prequel, the middle 3, then the post 3 from the middle 3, and then there's another 3 on top of that. He's already got the other 3 in. That's what I'm saying. Like there could be 6 more books, but there's definitely 3 more.
He did not say that. He says his next trilogy he's been working on is that he wants to do is, and he has ideas for is what happens after Rebels.
Because he already said he was.
He has to see what Dave does with the character a little bit before he knows what to do.
But Wayseeker, he's already said there's 9 books in this series.
But no, that he came back and he said those were the final 3 books in the series. How they set it up was they did the prequel, they did the stuff right when Rebels was going on, and what he was supposed to do is the stuff right after Rebels. And it's been put on pause.
They still could leave it
to see what they're going to do with the character.
But when you say put on pause, and he says the conversation they had was Dave says, "Yo, we're going to use the character just to be good looking out." You're telling me he didn't write because I don't know. As much as I followed him, I'm pretty sure what he was saying was because he's been saying he was already working on that threequel. I'm
sure he has outlines.
What I'm trying to say, my point is, I don't think Ahsoka is going to explain what happened to Thrawn or Ezra during that time.
I don't see
them. They're not going to tell us what happened. If you think they're going to tell us what happened, there's no fucking way they tell us what happened.
I think Dave will try
that stuff can still be told later.
And I think that's what he's going to do. He just has to see what exactly they do. I think Pete's right. I actually don't even think Thrawn's going to show up until probably like the final episode of Ahsoka.
Yeah. I agree with that.
Well, that sucks because that means they're pushing off that series to even further.
Yeah, because it's all going to be, we're still looking for him. We're still looking. They're not going to put him in the first episode. We found him. Hey, guys.
No, I don't think they're going to put it in the first. I don't think they're going to put it in the first episode. But you're right because he did this in Clone Wars. He's going to do mini quest.
Yeah. And the end is going to be, hey, we found Thrawn.
Well, the whole thing is the fact is that the first half of the Ahsoka series apparently is supposed to be the quest before how she met Luke and how she met and then the second half is going to be moving forward. It's going to be more the past and where she was been doing in between. That's the Golden Shower comics. There you go.
Yeah,
I thought it was gonna be that they're gonna show Thrawn, but the search was gonna be for Ezra.
Well, they're together. I mean,
Well,
and I mean, the search is for Thrawn because if they find Thrawn, they find Ezra. So I mean, that's where.
Yeah, but
And
I still
Ahsoka's-
feel
do
like
they?
Yeah.
Do they
There's-
now?
maybe
Maybe
Because
they're
that's
he's
a space well out of there. We don't know
hold
they're
on.
together.
Yeah, it's been so diluted with what they've done now at this point that we don't know what the fuck. I
yeah,
mean,
and
like,
I bet you we might see Ezra before the end. But I
remember
I
it's
think
talking
Thrawn's
about a
at
good
the end.
story.
Ezra, we get him a couple of episodes before the end, but then what happened to you? I don't remember.
I wrote a space whale.
We get no story.
Yeah, I will be shocked if we get
The
more than
space
10
whales
minutes
put their
screen time
tentacles around
total.
me in.
No wait,
Come on.
the space whales broke the windows and we lost oxygen and passed out.
Yeah, we got
Oh, no.
separated. I don't know what happened to Thrawn.
there was an enemy mine situation where we both hated each other, and then we learned each other's language, and we became friends.
Which
And we
one
had
were
golden
you?
showers.
That was a great
Wisconsin,
movie.
or were
I'm
you
sorry, that
Denver
was a great
State?
movie.
Oh my god. Yeah. So a lot of fan fiction going on apparently, and people projecting what they'd like to see. But
I
No.
just know they're not going to tell us shit. That's
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
no,
repeat,
no, I agree with
it's
that.
not what we want to see. It's what the formula says is going to happen.
it is. But how long do you think Timothy's going to lay off those last 3 books? He's not going to. He can't. You. Del Rey-
I think the books will be coming out and
Yeah,
they'll be announced right when the show comes out.
And I think he'll get the go ahead after they get the show because everybody wondered what happened to Thrawn. What happened with Thrawn? And then they get to
I don't think he's
Thrawn.
going to get the go ahead.
He's
No,
going
but then they
to
get to introduce Thrawn on the show.
Oh, from
and then
Del
say,
Rey,
"Hey,
not
where's
from.
he been? What
not
happened?"
from
We got
John
some
and-
novels
yeah.
coming your way that'll tell you what happened.
Not from John and Dave, but that's what I'm saying. He's got this lined up already. I don't think it matters what Dave does or John. That's what I've been saying the whole time.
But Del
I
Rey's
don't.
going to give him the go ahead. It's going to happen.
Yeah, I don't think it matters what Dave says. I don't think it matters that he got a phone call courtesy. I don't think it matters.
I'm not disagreeing with you.
What
but I
I'm
think
saying
the
is,
point-
I don't think
I
it
think
matters.
the point
what-
isn't where he's been. You can tell,
Yeah.
hey Timothy, you can tell whatever the hell story you want where he's been. We have a plan of what we want to do now.
And I'm sure Dave will be happy because Dave
You
has
just
no
can't kill
clue
him.
where he's
Oh,
been.
he
We
has no
saw
clue.
that. Dave's
Yeah,
like,
he
I don't
said
know
it.
where
He
he's
said
been. I don't know how to
He
get
said
it back. Let Timothy's on.
Yeah, let
figure that
Timothy's
out,
on
'cause I
figure that
still
out
don't
how he
know.
got back. All I got is I got him back. I'm going to tell you what happens to him now. Timothy can tell you what happened before.
Do you think? I mean, I'm not talking about us because well, maybe some people will, but I think you've seen my opinion on this show is like I expect very minimal out of this, and I expect the same Wince Ross repeat of none of the first X amount of episodes matter. The last 2 is going to give you your meats and potatoes. We're done with it. But like, if they, with all the talk of Thrawn, if they don't give you more than just a like him at the end, do you think people are finally going to get do you think there's going to be a chunk of people finally, because you're not going to have Grogu to sit there and fucking milk the audience for cuteness, right? So
I don't think that's gonna be an issue. You have Ahsoka, who people love. You have Rebels characters who people love. There's
but we might only get Ezra, and we might get.
There'll be plenty of
for this show. I'm
distractions.
not
You
gonna
don't
lie
know
about
if we're only gonna get Ezra and fucking.
It doesn't matter. We're
Vision.
getting
Yeah,
Hera.
yes,
we're getting
we're getting
Sabine. There'll be
that. Hera,
enough.
Chopper, Sabine, we're getting all of them. And I know
They
you
can bring
have low
Zeb back
expectations.
at some
I have
point.
super high expectations
get
for the
Zeb.
show.
You have to also
Oh.
realize though that there's gonna
Well,
be
that'd be a
certain amount of
mistake
your
in your
audience that
case.
hasn't seen Rebels.
Yeah.
Yeah. Plus, they're going to tell whatever
really gonna
story
have
they're
to-
telling.
Why? Yeah, Wayseeker, don't pull it down. Lower your expectation rate.
I can't.
Why?
Rebels is
He
one of
hasn't
my
done it.
favorite
There's
shows of all
nothing
time.
live action that would give you.
All right, listen. I'm going to give you this.
Oh boy.
Keep the
No,
expectations
guarantee
down
it.
so you don't freaking goddamn get upset. I learned that after this. That's it. I'm done.
Yeah.
There
There you go, Dom.
Guarantees?
There you go.
I don't
Right.
believe that at all. I do not believe that. I believe starting a month out, we're going to start hearing theories from Dom that are the craziest shit ever. And yeah, no.
And then when they don't happen, I'm just going to hear.
Boba Fett and the Skeleton Crew. Woo.
I don't think that. I think they are going to give us Thrawn early, only because they released his face at Celebration. If they weren't going to give him to the very end, then why would you show us him,
Hey,
or why
they
would you
all-
show
Yeah.
them?
Don't forget, they showed us a whole bunch of Mandalorians dropping out of a ship like it's D-Day in the trailer for Mandalorian season 3. We only just got that. The final.
No,
episode.
we got that.
But-
No, we got that when they're going after the.
I know, but
6.
it wasn't the same clip.
I
It's
know.
not the. You know, that's apples and oranges to me. This is Thrawn's face.
I think it's because they're setting up the movie. The movie is about Thrawn, so that's why they introduced it because it's more about the movie.
Wasn't it the
than-
Mandalorian movie?
You know what? It's going to
No,
be like
it
the
didn't
Moff
say
Gideon
that.
thing. You'll get him the last 2 episodes. All the episodes are.
Yeah, 'cause the last 2 episodes will be one episode split into 2.
Split into 2. Yeah, I mean, I hope you could say you hope and prayers in one hand.
I don't think we need to have hope.
Yeah.
I think we can just watch what the fuck they did. They're gonna keep doing the same thing they've done.
Yeah,
this isn't
new.
No.
That's why I said
on the same page
I don't even think Thrawn's face was done. I mean, I don't even care. I hope what I really want to see.
That's what I'm saying.
What I really want to see is what I really want to see. What's going to get me going crazy is when we get to see Hera's little kid running around. Caden Hera's little kid.
7.
You don't want Jason running around?
Syndulla.
Yeah,
yeah.
Jason Syndulla. That's what I'm going to like.
They call it Spectre 7, I guess. Spectre 7 was the name. That's what Sabine said in the cartoon in the epilogue.
Ezra better train Jason. Like that's got to happen.
I don't think you're dead nuts that Ezra's showing up. I see him as a hollow, and I'd be surprised if we see more of a hollow.
Does he have long hair and a beard?
Who?
Ezra.
No, I don't think Ezra can grow.
No, they showed him in that. They showed him.
I don't think Ezra can grow.
No, the hologram. I think that's an old hologram. If you see him, because he's been out in the unknown.
I think that's what we're gonna get, bro.
I think it's gonna be Tom Hanks in Castaway. Wilson.
No. Hey, who speaks first? Hey, who speaks first, Jason or fucking Grogu?
Jason.
Oh, Jason's been speaking already.
Dom wants Ezra to be old Luke from the
Dom,
last.
how mad are you going to be when you see Rex and you're like, that could have been Boba Fett? It's going to be Rex.
Rex could be in it. Rex is could definitely be in it.
Oh, he also definitely will be in it.
Ahsoka? He's so old.
Who can't? You think they're not going to try to bring him back, JJ, for real? With how many fucking people they shove into these fucking episodes, you think they're not going to try to bring back Rex?
What about the Martez sisters?
No. They got too many other people to bring back. Before
the only reason he did that was just so he could shit on that book. So he could be like,
we're getting all the cameos. Barriss Offee. And,
wasn't Barriss Offee was supposed to be in this one, wasn't she?
I always said Ahsoka.
They said that she might be the Inquisitor. One of the Inquisitors fighting Ahsoka.
She's not one of the Inquisitors.
Yes, I saw that.
I thought she was supposed to be in this one. I thought she was supposed to be.
What about Stinky? Can we get Stinky back?
Yeah, let's bring Stinky back.
What happened to that? He disappeared.
Full-size Stinky.
Let's get the Mandalorian that helped her out.
How about the Padme's handmaidens?
No.
John says
Jedi.
Hey, John might not be right with montage of music in the background. That'd be great.
She's like, I gotta be Sabine again. Chop, 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 chop.
Chop the hair.
Just turns blue, chops it all off.
In armor. Don't forget armor because you didn't see her in armor at all in the trailer.
Yeah.
Should we get this? Should we see this card break? Should we get this one that Ruben?
Oh yeah, if we're gonna do it, let's see the card break. Yeah.
Should we get actual thoughts on the entire?
I do think we'll get a flashback. Yeah, no shit, we're gonna get a flashback.
Actual thought. I thought this was. I rated this one a 4.5 out of 5. I liked it. JJ.
Episode.
The episode.
For those of you that I bought this, I want to say like February.
20 years ago.
I got a good deal on it, and I was like, you know what? If I ever get back on the show, which I wanted to get back on it sooner, but I said I'll break it then. So I only paid $60 for it.
Now watch him pull out a 1-of-1 autograph Boba Fett. I'll be like, okay.
No, who could be?
I've seen some of the card breaks online. I'm like,
nobody wants this.
Yeah,
it's actual.
These are a huge dice roll.
This is a 1-card pull.
This is a 1-card pull. Oh wait, okay. It opens from the side. I thought it opened from the top.
It can't be worse than Pete's box.
Okay, I'm not gonna even look at it. Okay,
no
I'm
way
not gonna
be
look
worse
at it.
than mine.
Look at it. What do we need? What are we looking for?
Oh,
not that.
Not that. Is that the frog lady?
Is this the frog lady?
No.
That's the worm person from
Murdoch. Yes, the other one.
That's the one that lives in the swamps. Or not the swamps, the sewers.
It's the one who's the assistant to the fucking white worm.
Yeah, the worm lady. Oh,
from
damn.
Solo.
Lady.
From Solo, yeah, Solo story.
When I opened it.
That's worse
Harley-
than Kelly Mongo.
Harley Jones.
I thought it was the frog lady.
Yeah.
I think Frog Lady would actually be better.
Frog Lady would be better. Sorry, Ruben.
Hey, you know what? Hey, you know what? I tell you right now, I don't have it. I don't have that person's signature, so
yeah, I got mayor. That's right in my box. I got the mayor. That's worse.
It's the mayor's just as bad. I don't know which was worse.
Mayor Mock Shaz.
That sucks.
Only thing could have been worse if you got like the red mod.
All right, let's start. It's his birthday. We're like, hey, by the way, way to fucking throw money down the fucking toilet.
You're gonna make you wait 2 months to see the shit.
You know what? I go to Celebration. I pay $50 for a signature anyway. So
didn't even give him the white fucking word. Gave him the fucking assistant.
I can't wait. I can't wait to be on the show. It's been a while.
Dude, I don't say this much. At least it's a named character. Like I got one when I opened one that was literally like Imperial Freighter Pilot. Was the
yeah.
Again, remember, you spent $60 and you got the assistant. I spent $300 on this stupid ass box, and the best card I got is Mayor Mock Shaz's signature.
These boxes so garbage.
Your box is
Peter's literally made like $2 from trying to sell that stuff.
I legit, this is no joke. If you guys wondered why we never followed up on that segment, because I couldn't sell a goddamn thing. I sold 2 cards. I got like $6 back.
That sucks, man.
God damn.
Listen, and you see some dumb schmo on eBay pulls out a one to soap.
What made it more brutal was the fact that like I had 3 boxes and they were all better than the pizza one box.
Pizza one box.
They just fired off. Oh, look at this.
Now, if you look at that real quick, his name is Modoc, right? It could be Madlock, which figure what's his face?
Matlock. I think I'd rather have a Matlock signature card than Mayor Mock Shaz.
I think so. Yeah, you're right.
Oh man, that's fucking horrible.
That's so good.
All right, Ruben, you got anything? We are gonna call it early today. I gotta go level up some more.
Yeah, I'm surprised I made the whole thing. I was gonna duck out as soon as we got done with Mando, but that's all we got anyway.
Show. It was a good show.
I can't. Yeah, go ahead. I can't believe you didn't love. I mean, you love the Mando, right? You love the whole season.
Oh yeah.
Even if you did, you would say you did.
Yeah, let's do the recap. I mean, Way Secret gave it. Ruben, you give your recap of your feelings on the episode and
I actually found it a little weird that they went away from Mando, that they went more Bo-Katan until the end, and I was like, okay, that's when I thought of George. I was like, okay, that's what he's doing. He's just progressing the story using using Bo-Katan. I didn't mind it. There was a couple of cringe moments, but all in all, I give it like a 4.5. I'm gonna watch it again. So
okay,
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't think he's doing I don't think George did the George thing on purpose. I think he literally leaves all these open stuff so he can go back and he can keep being employed, which is what he's done in the past. So, I mean, I
think he's gonna be writing the movie before he actually writes. Before he gets starts directing series season 4.
Well, 4's already written though.
It's written.
He's not doing it. Filoni's not doing 4. It's not like Filoni can't do a movie and Favreau can do season 4.
Yeah.
They're not the same person. They're 2 people.
Work on different shit. Apart from that, like hand it off to different directors. Like,
what's that? Yeah, but they both need help. All right.
Bryce Howard, you direct an episode of what's his name? Fukuyama or what? I
thought it wasn't. Yeah. Do you think the episode that Bryce Howard directed this year for this one? Do you think that messed up her credibility for the good ones that she had before?
No, it's fine episode. I liked it. Yeah. You didn't like it. I liked it.
Yeah, I mean, all in all, like some dumb shit landed lost aside where we had some weird pterodactyl things just thrown in there. All in all, the season wasn't bad to me.
It wasn't bad.
I didn't mind that we focused on somebody other than Din because, well, yes, they made Din look like a little bit of a goof for like an episode or 2. Can't get this shit done right. Getting caught by this guy.
He is kind of a goof.
No, Mythosaur almost ate me. Yeah, apart from that, I just like it was fine. It was fine.
Yeah.
Don't let any criticisms we have about some things doesn't mean I just liked it. All in all, it was entertaining.
It was. This is. I mean, the one thing about it is like it's better than. I would say this. It's better than no Star Wars.
Yeah.
It's better. It's better than Obi-Wan was.
Better than Obi-Wan. Better Book of Boba Fett.
Better than Book of Boba Fett.
Better than season 2 of Mando.
Yeah.
No. Are you kidding me? Season 2 of Mando was the best.
I will agree. I enjoyed the season better.
I think you got to go back and watch. Once again, I said it last week. I'll say it again. People, I think, have got clouds in their heads. They got to go back and watch season 2.
Season 2 was just disjointed of what are we doing? We're on an ice planet.
Come on, they
Yeah.
brought
What are we
back
doing?
the Boba
We got a
Fett
frog
for the
lady.
first time in
We're
live action.
fighting white
Fett's coming
spiders.
back.
Then we're eating
The
frogs.
Believer-
The
cameos.
Believer was the
These
best
stories
Okay,
episode.
episode.
These stories progress the storyline to a point.
The Believer was the best episode. One of the best episodes of Mando. I think.
Who was in that episode?
Who was Miggs, Mando, Cara Dune, figuring out Fennec Shan, and Boba Fett.
Oh,
There you go. There you go. That's
Oh,
all
that-
that
that-
matters. Right there.
But Miggs,
I love
Miggs
how you
made
made
that
it
show.
last.
That was
Well,
come
wait a
on.
minute.
That was
It was a good
where-
episode.
We're
The
saying-
It was a
the
great
story is
episode.
This,
The story in season
I
2
want
was
to make
just
something
not as-
clear. We're saying that this season, which didn't do very much, I don't think your character ended up pretty much right back where he was 2 seasons ago. Somehow further moved the ball than the season where you introduced Ahsoka. You introduced Thrawn into this universe. You introduced all these characters. You
No, don't
advanced
give me
the
name
whole
drops.
universal world building story way more in season 2 than you did in this season. This season you just focused on the Mandalorians.
I don't
with a
need
plot
that. That's
line
one
that
of the
No,
things
no,
I
the
no,
main
didn't
yeah.
character
want,
went
though.
nowhere.
But that's one of the things I didn't want.
Yeah, you're discounting the
That was
fact
2
that
years
they
ago,
introduced
too.
shit in the second season I did not want.
Yeah.
That's a negative that they got to work back from. I didn't need to see Luke training Grogu and then go, "You want to leave? Cool."
That was not the second
Peace
season.
out.
That was Book of Boba Fett.
I know, but
Luke-
I still kind of put
Luke
them all
coming
together.
in-
because
No, it was the
Boba
second
Fett
season.
is
Luke coming
basically
in was not
Mando
needed.
season
I don't think all
2.5.
that stuff was needed. I think Mando is best when it's small stories, not having all the cameos, not trying to do this big mythos type of stuff. I think that's where it gets.
Did we
itself
watch
in
the
trouble.
same season just now?
Yes.
You don't think they were trying to do big mythos things in this season?
Not like they were with. I don't feel like in the same way, like bringing in Thrawn and Ahsoka and introducing all
It
the
felt,
storylines.
okay, the only thing that I think that's similar between the 2 seasons. The only thing I'll say is season 2 just seemed like a promo for all the fucking shows they wanted to do. Each episode was like, "Hey, by the way, we're going to promo something because down the
Backdoor
line
pilot
we're going to do.
for Ahsoka.
Yeah, this is a pilot episode for Ahsoka. This is
what
the
they
pilot
made it
episode
into,
for
yes.
this
I'll
is a
agree with that,
that's
yeah.
what it was. It was a pilot.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a pilot episode for this.
And I felt
show,
like
or
they
this
might have been
movie.
doing that with Bo for a second, and then they carried her story so long through this that I said, "Well, it's not a backdoor pilot situation. They're just telling this story here,
Yeah.
which is
You
fine."
don't know that yet.
I don't think we
Oh, I
know
still
that.
think
Yeah,
they
once
could.
again,
They
put it
could
past
get
them.
as the show separate, and I wouldn't be opposed to
Bo-Katan.
that.
You got to remember, Bo-Katan's a Dave character, so
Yeah, I was about to say, don't put it past them yet.
Hey, didn't Grogu or on Navarro? I'd be fine. You release some on Mandalore show where you got the armor, you got Bo-Katan. I'd watch the shit out of that.
yeah.
Keep it separate.
I would
They
like
do
a
whatever
show
they're
that's
doing
just
there.
About
Setting
the
up the
character
planet. I don't care.
that is
I'll
the
watch
star
it.
of the show. That's what I want. I want a show that advances the character that is the star of the show.
Oh, I don't think. I mean, that's just that's
I
just
think
not
that
what
happened
he's gonna
less.
do.
I think it happened less in this season than it did in season 2, to be honest. For the character of Din Djarin and even
did.
Grogu.
It did, but JJ, I think the problem we have when we get to that though is the fact is the character of Din, he's basically Clint Eastwood's Western character. He doesn't need advancement. He's the same person going in as he's going to be the same person going
Yeah,
out.
I don't think there's any advancement.
Apart from,
to his
well, he's
character.
more fatherly, I guess, now that he's got Grogu. But outside of that, I don't think we're going to see any change.
Which isn't that a Clint Eastwood trope? Period.
Well, that's a Western thing. It's
Yeah, well, no, just
Yeah.
Clint Eastwood, Gran Turismo.
Yeah.
That's not a Western, but
Okay.
that's got he's the same shit.
You referenced Unforgiven. I know that movie pretty well. The character is definitely different coming out of the end of that than he is at the beginning.
I mean, he's different here in the sense that he's not a lone wolf anymore, but he's
And
still,
now he's got a son. He adopted a kid, and
But he wasn't a lone wolf before. Grogu was with him the entire time, except for when he randomly gave him to Luke.
Well,
Well, at the beginning of
was.
season 1, he
how
was.
did he change? He didn't change. He went right back to what he was. He tried to change, and then he said, "Well, you know what? I got to
That's
kill
my
all
point.
these
He
guys
didn't
because you decided to
change.
decorate your saloon, my friend. So now I'm going to kill every son of a bitch in this place." So he didn't change. He reverted back to what
He
he
did
knew.
change. He was all like trying to be a farmer and a parent. And everything
That's
else,
the
and
point.
then
That was the
He
misconception.
reverted back to
He
where you were
tried
before
to
you saw him at
change.
the beginning of the movie.
Then he ended up right back where he started.
But don't you think Din was more of a cold-blooded killer at the beginning?
No.
He still is. He just cares about something other than himself now.
I don't know. He killed
I don't know. We're
another
gonna
thing.
see because he's gonna go on a bunch of missions where he's gonna go catch bounties and shit or ex
That was
Imperials.
one of my problems with the season 2, and maybe anything else. But there was like no consequences in this season for any character, really, or at least any main character. I mean,
I could see
maybe
that.
Paz Vizsla getting killed was the
Yeah.
only the
Paz
consequence
is
of this entire thing.
And apparently,
Well,
with
I mean,
Dark
yeah.
Saber-
I mean, did
I go back and forth
murder
on
all
that.
those guards throughout the thing? Yes, we can say, well, they're clones. They don't matter. He still murdered every one of those sons
Well,
of
I mean,
bitches. Just
main
went through each red gate.
Moff
Well, I mean,
Gideon.
like consequences in like sense of loss or.
Moff
I mean,
Gideon.
let's be honest.
Axe
when
killed
Paz
Moff. We
died, did we
decided
really
that
feel
already.
like, oh wow?
To me, like
even
okay,
Axe,
season
like,
one.
Axe
He
is
didn't
the
say
guy
who
that
he killed.
crashed
He
the
said
ship,
no.
and then
He
all of a
said
sudden
no
he flies
character.
out.
Yeah, but Moff Gideon died because of that, putting that big ship through that small hole.
Big things love going into the small things.
Well, also, and then
I
we
mean,
don't
JJ,
want to
who-
get into the weeds of that because then what about the character growth? Maybe not the main character, but of
And they killed
Bo-Katan
Dr.
going
Persian.
from where she was to now
Yeah, I
she's
think she-
decided to
she's
She's
leave.
right back where she was too.
What characters
More
have
or
really
less.
died though in
She is
Mandalorian?
no. That's what I was saying. That scene at the end looked exactly like the end of that Clone Wars scene where she was holding up the Darksaber. 100%. I agree with that with JJ.
Yeah,
But
but
I'm just
she was
but
completely
he
on the
does
other
that
side
shit.
of it before then.
Rebels. Sorry.
In season one, you had Quill dying, or whatever his name is, dying, right?
Quill.
Nick Nolte.
Quill.
Yeah.
To me,
Nolte's
like
character.
this season was just as impactful
And
with
IG-11.
Moff dying as
IG-11.
Quill dying.
Oh wait,
Well,
no, they're
GLM
talking about-
apparently didn't die because he's back.
that's my point. They keep bringing people back, so there's no consequences for
Quill,
anything.
Quill's dead.
Quill's dead. Dead.
Yeah, they replaced him with Babu
Yeah.
Frick and his cronies.
And
Yeah,
they probably
in season
Let's
2 you
make
had
him
IG
smaller and
dying.
cuter.
IG comes back. I get that. Which
Everybody comes back.
actually
Yeah,
makes
Moff
season 2
Gideon
seem
apparently
worse
has the
because IG's not
The
even
only person
dead.
that hasn't come back is the person who.
I'm telling you,
social
do
media
not
can't
be
keep her mouth
surprised.
shut.
Don't be surprised if Gideon comes back as a clone. I mean, don't be
Don't be
surprised.
surprised if the Gideon that died was a clone.
That's
No,
what I'm
don't
trying
be
to say.
surprised at any
Yeah.
of it.
That guy
I
Seems
don't
died
like
think-
before.
How far-
it seems like. Go ahead, JJ.
I was gonna say, how far into the Rick and Morty thing are we gonna go here? There's the clones in different universes.
Yeah.
No, but it seems like every time that like anybody online or posts something that is a theory, that theory never comes true. And everybody thought as soon as Moff Gideon died, oh, that's just a clone. They're just not gonna do it.
Oh no, I
Just
think
to
that
save
No,
face.
I don't.
no,
Actually think
I don't think that was a clone. I think that was him. I'm saying
I think
that
it was him too.
I think that there is another. This is straight up. Dave said it 1,000 times. He likes Heir to the Empire. He also likes the cloning thing. If you know history of the old legacy stuff, how many times did the Emperor have a fucking cloning facility someplace else that somebody was blowing up? It's all over the fucking dude. There was like the Emperor came back 16. The Emperor's clone of a fucking clone 16 fucking times. I hated that shit. It was all over the place.
Well,
Dave
There's
loved
two
that
things
shit.
that always
He's-
ruin stories.
he
is
said
cloning
that he
and
loves
time
that
travel, and now we
yeah,
got both.
there's that the whole cloning facility we don't know about that's hidden in the scrapyard on
Yeah.
Coruscant.
And
No, there's actually a cloning on Tatooine.
No, because we got to go back to. We're not getting back to Boba. Leave Boba
No,
out.
I'm
of
just
this.
saying Tatooine.
No, yeah, or the secret. I mean, look, there's all those holes that nobody could find on that one on the Mandalorian with a huge cloning facility. You think that Navarro that doesn't have the secret third level? If you go left, right, left, select, start B A
It only
B
has
A
one city.
down left. I mean, dude, you can't
Almost.
see that. I'm not saying this is going to happen. What I'm saying is I could see it happening because they've done it. They have done this. So like, I'm not saying, but
I just don't think
Don't forget,
Gideon
I'm
is
just
that
saying.
important that they're going to bring him back. It's not that level.
I don't think
It
any of
wasn't
it's
important
that
enough to bring back this season. To be,
I
quite
would agree
honest.
with you there, JJ. I don't think he should have come back, but now he did come back. Now he's dead. He done.
Nah, he did. He does.
Well, okay, no. So you're just not going to have an antagonist for Mando?
We'll get a new antagonist.
You create a
First
new
order.
one. That's the whole thing. That was my whole
You
problem
think
with
he
bringing
could create
Gideon
a
back.
new
You
one?
didn't need to bring
Yes,
him
I
back.
do. He
You could
created
easily
Gideon. He
created
created
a
a
new
new one.
antagonist.
Where you bring
Yeah, you
back
could
the
use him from
Is it
season
going to be?
two.
Is it going to be
You
fake Doc Afra? Fake Doc Afra is going to be the new
I don't know
antagonist.
who it's going to be.
No,
We'll
you
find
could've
out in
had,
season 4.
You could have had
I'm sure he has
Elspeth
to
and
be
whatever her
created.
name was.
bring
season
back
two.
the guys from the prisoner episode.
You're saying a
Big-
lot of shit he
you
could
gotta
do, and all season long I heard about a lot of shit that he could have done. And guess what he did? None of it.
None of it.
Nada.
Yeah, because he didn't go anywhere. The whole story was just spinning its wheels the whole season. Is what I felt like. Like, oh, we're back to the same villain. We're back with the character that goes nowhere. The only person who advanced their character was Bo-Katan, but she basically ends up right back where she was,
She does. Yeah.
ruling
Yeah,
Mandalore.
they're on Mandalore where they weren't.
Yeah, for a
All
while.
the Mandalorians were now on Mandalore where they weren't.
We don't know. We actually don't know if that's true either.
What do you mean?
We don't know if all the
We don't
Mandalorians
know if
No,
there's
I'm
two
just saying, like,
Mandalorians in
as
it.
far as the armorers groups, the Axe Wolves group,
Yeah, the
whatever,
two groups,
like
yeah.
they're all
And
the
that is another thing.
Mandalorians we
There's-
know about are there
That whole like
on this planet. now.
reunion seemed to like the last. I felt like the last 2 episodes were done as one episode, and therefore
Yes.
the last like 3 episodes were. I felt there was a lot of plot jammed into those last 2 episodes or 3 episodes that.
See
you
what
really
they
could have
could do
spaced
now
out
is they
a
could
little
have a bunch of like rogue Mandos go after Mandalorians go after Mando in an episode, stuff like that, things like that.
You
They
know,
can
like,
do.
I mean, realistically,
like,
you
are
could
we
say
being-
that, but at the same time, what did they did? They did show us a bit. They showed us how the New Republic's not working, how they're already starting the First Order amongst the
Then it
New
goes to work
Republic
for the New
because of
Republic.
the Empire in the weeds.
Well,
and how that
because
is
I
starting.
think
like this is all here in this story,
well
right
they
or
did
wrong or good or bad. That's what they're telling us.
once again they did say last year or 2 years ago that the Rangers of the New Republic has been folded. I know people didn't believe this because Dom as recent as 6 months ago was talking about how Cara Dune was going to come back. But
Come
like
back.
they had said last year, they're folding the fucking Rangers of the New Republic into the next couple of Mando shows. And guess what? It showed up at 3. And guess what? At the end of 3, they said in 4, we're going to have the New Republic thing. That's
Hey,
going
what?
to be the
I
new.
want to work with you guys.
That's going to be the new Moff Gideon giving out bounty puckets. It's now going to be Imperial pucks, and that's what they're going to do. So you're going to get
In the
him
chat,
there.
you're talking about Pershing, like that's the thing. Like that episode mattered a lot. Oh wait, not
His
really.
brain's melted. Yeah, whatever.
I mean, but you could have done that in like 5 minutes. Like you didn't need like a whole episode to melt Pershing's brain.
I don't
I
care.
agree-
I
I
thought
agree with
seeing
you on that
I
episode.
thought seeing that planet was beautiful, but you're right. I mean, you're right.
Yeah, I mean,
I
you're
enjoyed it. It was a
right.
good
But at the
episode. I
same time,
enjoyed
I
that
think
episode.
the idea of what they were doing is that they're just building, they're planting the seeds of their First Order. Like
Yeah,
you may not like it, you may not like the sequel, series, but that's what they're building themselves.
Actually, I'm totally fine with that, but I just think that like if you're gonna do that, then give me a story that's about planting the seeds of the First Order, not like side stories about Dr. Pershing for an entire episode when I don't matter, and in the end it doesn't matter. Like,
But they were. I
give me
mean,
the
the whole
story about-
Dr. Pershing thing, one, it brought you to the cloning, which we know that Gideon was doing. It brought you to Gideon's little underling, that Gideon was still around. Gideon is part of a shadow council of characters we had not seen before that are in the weeds doing all these
Yeah,
things
but you
behind the
don't need a
scenes.
whole episode for that.
well, yes, but next season when they're hunting down Imperials, guess
They're
where they're going to be
taking
hunting
this
them down?
slow as
In the
shit.
New Republic. So they're giving you a little like foreshadowing, which she's known for. Honestly, I don't care. Like, I'll be honest, it was, dude, it was
A lot of
it
MacGuffins.
was better than Boba. I know that the bar's really low for Book of Boba Fett and for Obi, but it was better than both of those fucking shows. So I'm perfectly fine and happy with it. I don't
Yeah.
care. Like, I guess there's a point where you just have to say, like, this is probably the best it's going to get. It's
Yeah,
not
see,
going to
that's
get
not-
much
I
better.
don't-
It was good. It was entertaining. It's not
operate that
Andor.
way
It's
as
not
far
supposed
as-
to be Andor.
Well,
Yeah.
JJ, then you
Thank
must
you.
not like Star Wars because, like, this is like the Star Wars
Well, no,
way.
I measure a show on the individual level of that show. Like I'm managing Mandalorian on the individual level of Mandalorian. Like I'm not going to say like, oh well, it's better than Obi-Wan. Well, that's not that hard.
But I
Like,
also think
is
it was
better-
on par. I think it was on par with the other two seasons. The only difference is he did a couple Kurosawa episodes that he's done in every fucking thing that he's done before in the other seasons. He gave us a couple of those. He didn't give us one in this one. That's the only fucking difference, dude. That's the only difference. He doesn't give it. He does not move along some great plot. He does not. He's admitted 100 times he doesn't know the direction most of his stuff's going in. He doesn't know what he didn't know what he did when he's throwing Thrawn and Ezra
To be
away.
fair, you could
doesn't
make
know-
the argument he did to his Kurosawa. They just brought all the Mandos together. You brought the
Yeah.
on the planet
I was
Mandos.
about
You
to
brought
Oh,
the
okay.
we don't take our
yeah.
helmets off Mandos, and we brought
But are they going
Two
to take off their
Mandos.
helmets now?
No,
They all live on the same planet.
apparently not.
Does
According
it?
to the end, there's
Does it matter?
That's the other thing,
now?
like-
I don't think it matters.
Yeah, am I like to believe that these two groups are going to get along, even though they've like now met and like been solidified
No.
for a whole 5 minutes? So,
once
I don't
again,
know.
I'm telling you, I don't think that. John tells me I'm 1,000% wrong. I'm telling you the story's not over. I'm telling you that Mando's going to have to show up to see Bo-Katan again. That's 100% going to happen. And what's going to cause that? A schism in the thing. 100%. This is what he does. And
I don't know. I don't know if
I mean, he
agree.
put Luke out there, and everybody's like, "Oh, well, that was a mistake." No, he put Luke out there, going, "I have no clue how to make this make fucking sense. so now I have to walk it back too. By the way, he does that type of shit. He just throws stuff out there and then is like, oh shit.
I think Luke's gonna show up again, and I mean we're talking about Dee's talking about it here. I think we're gonna see Luke again, and Luke's gonna be a big part of what comes in Heir to the
I
Empire
really
movie.
hope not.
I know you hope not, but I think you're wrong.
Okay, well,
please no.
everybody's got to. Oh, see there, John goes, Margo's wrong. As everybody goes, yeah. Do you think that? No, yeah. There you go. I thank you. I'm glad I made your day, John.
I'll put it this way: I almost enjoyed Obi-Wan as much as I enjoyed this season. Like if I had ranked this season, I'd say like 2.5.
No, I don't know.
Because there was like there was probably 3 episodes where I was like, just what the hell are we doing here?
Well, I think you're giving Obi-Wan too much
stupid
credit
stuff.
too.
Yeah, you're giving Obi-Wan too much.
Yeah,
credit.
eating a lot of space whale there, huh? Is really exciting.
Granted, I'm not 4.5 where these other guys were. I'm probably closer to like.
I'm not either.
5.
Yeah, that's where I am. I'm right there. I'm at 3.5.
Yeah.
Going through this last
Obi might have been like a 3 at top.
Nah, I don't
like
think it was that high for me.
Because some of that Inquisitor shit was just rough.
It was rough. Reva, all that Reva stuff, and not.
There's gonna be a sale on that stuff soon.
The ending,
and Inquisitor, and what was the point of the fifth brother and whoever the fuck the other one was that never even got a name? I don't think. Even if she did, doesn't matter.
They should have had the ninth sister. Freaking Nia Jax would have played perfectly. I keep saying that.
You unfortunately never see Mara Jade, I don't think.
Be quiet down there.
Yeah, we're not gonna
I think we might get something similar, but we're not gonna get it.
So much.
I didn't have a problem with Reva.
So much Filoni won't do it.
That's not the brother. I had a problem with the Grand Inquisitor.
Yeah, I didn't have a problem with her. Like in.
Oh yeah,
it's just I didn't like overall the arc they
I had a problem with her
to have to work with.
I didn't have a problem with her. Even like originally, I kind of had a problem with the actor. I'd have got over that as it went on. Like I had a problem with her like whole motivation being so telegraphed.
Yeah,
like I mean, I think by like the 4th episode, we all kind of figured out she's going to be like somebody that Obi-Wan ditched or feels like ditched her out as a young Jedi. Oh, that's exactly what it is. Yeah, like that was super telegraphed. I felt like if you're going to make that like a plot twist in the final couple episodes, don't telegraph it so hard.
Here's the thing, real quickly, Matt, about this. If they do, I don't know how far they could go, and why would you have him be adopted and not be able to speak? Because you could just wait till next season. And you could start off with him being annoyed in the water and speaking if you're going to time jump it. But I mean, who knows? They might time jump it a little bit. They usually do.
His ears into a helmet.
Well, he's not saying that. He's just saying pieces of the armor, which makes sense because she did make kind of chest plate type thing or whatever.
He got 2 pieces.
He's got like the chain mail. So, I mean, maybe a little bit bigger, but I don't know if they want to. I mean, I guess that gives you a new figure. I mean, you can't make him that big anyways. I mean, how big's Yoda?
Maybe he gets actual pants. He's not jumping around in a goddamn potato sack with little footy holes.
Doing the potato sack flip
is the worst.
Yeah, well, if he does this, that's as big as it gets.
And that thing gets washed too.
It's big enough to get a. I guess.
Dirty as hell by now.
No, in our luck, they're going to change. They're going to change the body. They're going to say at 200, he's like 6 foot tall, but then when he reaches 600, he goes back down again.
No, like, they're just going to hollow out R5 next and be like, we're just going to put Grogu in that shit.
Oh man,
he's gonna be riding around in R5 like
Saggy. What in God's name are you talking about? He's gonna be eating pizza bagels and he falls in love with Leia. A little Leia or old Leia? What the hell?
I like it when he was stealing blue macaroons off other kids.
Well, they're not by the same age.
I know.
I like bullying Grogu at the school. Like, give me your snack.
Hey, I don't think they're ever doing this. I don't think they're.
I don't like the connotation just because I don't like something like means I like dislike all of Star Wars. I hate that connotation, to be honest. But.
Yeah.
No, I get it.
I mean, D asked the question, but none of us. I don't know where you're getting this from because I don't think Knights of the Republic is besides the video game. I don't think it's a thing, and I definitely.
I just hope the remake happens at this point. I don't even know if that.
Yeah, I don't have any hope for that remake.
They haven't. That's how bad. That's how bad it is. They're supposed to remake the game, and they still. Has that been 2 years now?
2.5.
Been 2 studios is the problem.
It's been radio silence.
The first studio fumbled it already to the second one.
Yeah,
we ain't seeing him no more.
Pizza bagels? Is it just? Where do you get pizza bagels from? Like McDonald's?
JJ, we got to figure out what we're gonna do about
freezer section
Survivor, though.
Oh, it's like a hot pocket type thing.
Yeah.
I
don't know how much I'm gonna be able to play it in the first week, but
I mean, I'll download it on Friday.
No. Hold on. I expect better.
Dude, it won't be Sunday till it's done.
I think, Joe, you're misunderstanding what I'm saying. I expect and hope for better, but I know where it's coming in, dude. Like, it's like the guy that shows up
That's
to work.
just the thing. Like, I don't like to lower my expectations just to like something. Like,
No. Let's say you got a guy.
That's not what I'm saying either.
That's not what I'm saying either. I got an employee, not me, but let's just say hypothetical, not me, disclaimer, comes in all the time, but shows up 30 minutes late. But when they're there, they do great work, everything's good and everything else. One day they show up on actual fucking time. I'm surprised that they show up on time that day, and the expectations are set that they would show up every time. But I know for shit that they're going to show up 30 minutes late, 35 minutes late every day, and I'm okay with that.
When did I start working for you?
I know, a lot.
Because you just described me.
Maybe it's 45 to an hour, but still.
I'm late all the time. So,
but that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, everybody else shows up 5 minutes early. I have one employee, not me. My hypothetical me has an employee shows up 35 minutes late.
Yeah,
what am I going to do?
I guess the question is, if that guy shows up 35 minutes late, but you don't expect that to affect the quality of his work, right? You're just saying, well, I expect him to be late.
Well, sometimes it does. Sometimes the person goes to the bathroom for a little bit too long, or like gets chit-chatting about some shit. Yeah. But overall, the work they do is pretty halfway decent. It's a lot better than a lot of people. Believe me, I've had to fire a lot of fucking people. So
it's hypothetically.
Hypothetically, yes. This is all hypothetical shit. This is not. Why am I talking about this?
And two, let's not forget the team that turned in this season is still the same team that turned in Book of Boba Fett, and that was bad. So, if your expectations, I think Book of Boba Fett has lowered everybody's expectations of quality too hard.
I don't know. I
John,
think Andor is
I'm not late for anything. It starts when I show up, so I'm never late. So,
all right,
Mr. People with Book of Boba Fett was sabotaged.
With Andor, people went in with few expectations, I think, and that's partly why it was a little more successful. But
no, I think people thought Andor was going to suck. I think,
yeah.
But I think that's what
I think people.
Do you know that
about it at all?
This, partly. There's 3 parts. Once again, I think none of these are easy. I think we're finally getting to the where something we've said here before. Even me and Pete and Tack. It's not one thing. There's always multiple things that are going on, right? So with Andor, a couple things. One, nobody expected. Not the regular haters didn't expect it to do good. So what were they going to hate on? Yeah. They couldn't build content off of it using negativity. So there you go. Number 3, it was just what it was. They didn't know what to expect out of it, which is pretty good.
Because you already know the end game. You know this main star is going to die. You already know
what the end game was.
So you're not going to. They didn't invest.
Yeah, there was already a second season done and said it was out of the book, so there wasn't shit they could do about it. They can't go they're going to fire Catherine Kennedy over this one because it was done already. So it didn't matter what they were going to do. So that shortened it out. With this one here, it was a two period layoff, which kind of hurt it because people forgot about it and didn't care about it. Also, too, there wasn't let's be honest. I don't think anybody was like the Lizzo and Jack Black scene was fucking amazing, but they did a similar scene. They did a similar thing where they used no, but they didn't even hit it that bad. Go look at She-Hulk and twerking. Who's that? Who's the stripper?
Megan Thee Stallion.
Megan Thee Stallion. She was a stripper, right? And then she became a rapper. Is that she was?
Yeah,
right?
I think she was part of that was with Cardi B.
I don't know.
The group.
Okay, so whatever it was.
Tom's the expert in this field. So
thank you.
I trust Tom.
I'll defer to Tom.
Tom's advice.
But what I'm saying is, look at how much heat that got, and then you probably would have figured Lizzo would have gotten more, and Jack Black's would have got more heat. It got a little bit, but it didn't even play to get much heat. And the negativity around this was just kind of blah too. People. I mean, now you'll start to. I mean
that
the one thing that helps.
Whether or not you say it got enough heat though, but it did go down. Whether it was review bombing or whatever you want to put it, as the worst reviewed, user reviewed, and almost critically reviewed in some cases, worst reviewed episode of Star Wars, at least Mandalorian.
Right. Was it because of Lizzo and Jack Black?
Right, yeah, but then I showed you. But remember, I did pull out the top. Well, JJ, but I pulled out the top 20 comments there and sent them to you, and we could go through. We could go through what
a lot of negativity. It did catch a lot of negativity for it.
Not as much as the She-Hulk. I think we have short memories. That She-Hulk thing wasn't even.
It was negatively. I agree with JJ on that one. I didn't mind the episode personally, but most people didn't.
I also think we get a little too sensitive with the negative review bombing because most of that shit don't matter.
Yeah.
Does anybody care that? Oh, well, Ms. Marvel has got the most thumbs down of a YouTube. Okay, and who gives a shit? We're still getting the movie. It's still coming out. Hate all you want. Oh, well, the Ant-Man
John, I don't think anybody's saying this
it
is
was
good.
the worst Rotten Tomatoes score of all the other movies. All right, well, it's done. People still watched it. People are still going to buy that shit when it comes out on Blu-ray, and we're still going to watch it when it hits Disney Plus, and it's still going to move the.
But the She-Hulk twerking thing went on for
what's the
3
difference?
weeks. Everybody said Lizzo's acting was fucking terrible. It was, and it moved on. The
I think
hatred
that's
stuff.
the difference of fan bases to a degree, but yeah.
Yeah, but this is the problem. We used to be known as for a while, not the longest time, but there was this toxicity that was conglomerated with Star Wars, the Rose Tico stuff, the Ray stuff, what else, Dom? The Kathleen Kennedy, all that stuff.
Yeah.
We just haven't been getting a lot of it. But that also kind of hurts too. It also kind of hurts on another aspect. You're gonna think this is weird, but people hate watch shit, and I don't think Star Wars is getting hate watched right now because
well, you have the regular channels that always spread the hate out there, But other than that, it's been really quiet. Celebration didn't get a Celebration was great. It was great. There were some people that were saying the Celebration was bad. But
yeah, you always get that. And Celebration you get some hate.
To be fair, Dom, I figured
Dom
Dom was hate watching most of the season because Mando upstaged Boba in Boba's own show. So
Dom, you didn't give your number for the season, did you?
What?
What did you rank the season?
Let's rank the season. Look, I like the shows. I was up at 3:00 in the morning every week to watch the show. I still out of 4 out of 5, I give it like a 4. I give it a 4. I just, it was one of those things where, I wanted Boba Fett to show up. That was one of my big things. But other than that, the show was entertaining. It did give a lot of the answers were answered. A lot of the questions of what Moff Gideon wanted, Grogu for, found out that he wanted armor. All these things that he was a big fanboy of the Mandalorians. If you really think about it.
I did, because I tried to put that as a fucking a thumbnail 6 weeks ago, and Pete rejected it. So, yeah, there you go.
What are you talking about? What did I reject?
Remember when I said a fanboy, Gideon the fanboy is coming back, and we got it rejected?
No, I don't remember that.
Yeah.
Hey, look.
JJ remembers.
The other one was better.
Jedi goes 3 hours. Woohoo!
Oh, Jedi.
Yeah, I do got to wrap it up. So either we
gotta go,
or I'm wrapping.
No, let's get out of here.
Yeah.
All right. 2 episodes could have made a difference, maybe. Okay, cool. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Apparently, this is so stupid. This is worse than adults celebrating birthdays. Apparently, Pete's making a big deal about the tax show this coming up week because... Pete,
no, I'm not. I was actually using it as an excuse for us to be lazy. Do like a best of clip type of show.
What to do a clip show?
Is that what that said? I didn't read it.
The whole idea was
laziness.
Let's tier list all of our tier lists because I don't want to come up with a new one. That was me being lazy.
So Spices is winning. Whatever the tier list is.
No. So right. You've been bringing it up a while though. I guess it's the 100th episode of TAC.
Well, you're the one who's been there for every one of them.
How the fuck is that show on that long? That show is not good. I mean, it's slightly better than this show, but no, I was remembering some of the early ones. I was like, holy shit, I can't believe it.
That's the beauty. Milk Cold Madness on Fridays at 9:00. There you go.
Yeah, you guys should watch that show. It's pretty good.
Pretty damn good.
These shows. But yeah, no, thank you everybody because you guys have made this.
Next week we're reviewing Quest for Planet X. So people that read the books, make sure you read that.
We are. I didn't read the book yet, or get out and get it, and then I'm gonna have to speed read it again. I'm gonna have Waysinger call me a liar that I didn't read it. I didn't read it, and then I'm gonna have to spoil the whole fucking book.
It's
just like last week.
It's a junior book.
Hey, Ruben, when's the next time you're gonna be on the show?
Yeah, Ruben.
It took a surgery to get me onto this show, so maybe a couple months. I don't know.
Thanks, Ryan. Bootleg Pete is going.
Yeah, let us know when the next time you go for like a colonoscopy or something like that, you can be on the show.
Yeah.
What the freak? What are we talking about here? Let's get out of here. Anyways, thank you for watching. Make sure you turn to all of our shows. Make sure you turn to SNS on Saturday nights. Make sure you go back and watch that. Make sure you give a thumbs up to MCM that was on Friday nights. Watch all the stuff that Pete puts out there, including the 80,000 shorts we have on this channel every day.
Yeah, and shorts planned in the middle of May. They're all set to go.
Next live, we'll have Tech. So we will see you there.
Yep.
For our 100th show episode, whatever.
Celebration.
Yep.
Dude, could you imagine if we could figure out how many Dark Side episodes there's been?
Grab the
There's
book.
been a shit ton.
There have been.
Yeah.
That's why you should have numbered that shit.
Why am I still doing this show? All right, let's get out
I
of
don't
here.
know. This is yours.
Let's
I'm
get
just
out
a
of
guest
here.
here.
Yeah, you are. Guest in your own house.
Remember
All right,
that.
let's go.
Thanks, Ruben, for hanging out with
Yeah,
us.
thank you, Ruben, for coming.
Thanks,
Whenever
Ruben.
you
Happy
are
birthday.
free, you know you're welcome back.
Thank Darth
Definitely.
Lopez. Dom, you're the
Later,
man.
guys.
Appreciate it.
Yeah,
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 I thought it was Mr. Lopez.
It is Mr. Lopez. He lost his darkness.
Oh,
He lost his
Got
darkness.
Got him!
Ugh.
Got him. All right.